But
all right, we're live again. We're live again on YouTube.
Viper,
it's a different link, but we're all good.
turret that spots your B push, and it allows you to be slightly more heavier on the other side. And then on defense, you have the kill. Having the kill is like really helpful because it has 2 indicators, and yeah, the mollies obviously help, and
it's a good delay.
It's good. And then obviously Fade, Raze, and Omen are just very good at taking A.
Life on easy mode.
If you can play the comp well, then probably yeah.
Yeah. What about the other side of this, Mini?
Mandatory's comp is weird.
Comp we don't see very often.
I don't like this comp very much. I thought they were gonna.
It's a strange composition
because they got caught out on stage 3, losing a couple of times there. I think Twisted Minds.
I mean, Twisted Minds are way better than Mandatory on this map. I think if Mandatory want to win, they're just kind of sacking this map and going into the next.
Cypher utility, in my opinion, and I think they should be pretty fine on this attack side.
Yeah. Who's the pressure on the side of Mandatory?
I think it's on Cypher and Deadlock to make sure that they can hold down those sites, but I don't think it's going to be very easy.
Yeah, I mean, the only, I guess, saving grace is when it comes to prep. You know you're going to play Lotus, right? This is, you can already maybe focus on just making sure that you can play Lotus against Twisted Minds, because it does feel like if Twisted Minds win this, which they probably should, it's going to get a bit dicey. Right? Yeah. It's not going to be a good time. It won't be. But it's a good time for you guys. It's a good time for you guys. I thank you very much for joining us here on the couch. We'll let you go have a little rest. And for now, we're going to bring
good night, Mr. RJ. Good night, good night.
Only ever casted Enzo win one time. It's Mitchman and Tombiz.
All right.
A little bit of emotional support.
Apparently Starzo and Kata was sick and Starzo was throwing up during the match.
Not down on the stage,
what the hell? That is brutal.
How long till live? It's we're there already, Tom. They're in. Let's get this one kicked off. A hell of a series ahead of us. Twisted Minds and Mandatory. How are you feeling?
It looks like they're going to fall over the back of that, by the way.
I'm really relaxed.
Is that glass?
Sure
or is it just open?
No stress here whatsoever.
I wouldn't be sound there if it was open.
Into the match, and obviously this is already one that we've seen. Like this is Twisted Minds.
Okay, we're expecting this to be a bit of a roll, though. Expecting this to be a bit of a roll for Twisted Minds.
There's a lot of potential to learn from those mistakes. The worry for me, though,
we'll start locking in.
On Lotus, and
it's open.
Map, like we saw it yesterday.
Dude, I would not be lying down on that thing like Mike was then.
It absolutely was. He was dominating. We'll see if Mandatory, sitting on the sidelines watching that game and being able to crack the code, figure out how to beat this guy.
This is what I think I satchel like. And then I look at what I'm doing, and it's nowhere near. Exit was frying last time they played Lotus. He was so good. Okay. Mandatory destroying them though. Destroying them. So set up with multiple players around here to just punish that. Heavy setup over towards Waterfall. They were peeking into 2 players, then 3 players. Had a consistent 2 players facing from Waterfall.
They have been really hard to play against throughout this tournament.
Dude, Kellogg's is hyped.
Getting things off with a solid
He is hyped. Enzo buying the lower tier cringe gun immediately.
It can be quite difficult to play against.
Especially
with the more sort of like burst strategy you're going to have. Bear in mind, a lot of what we saw yesterday was the contact plays from Exit.
Exit's trying to scale. He's trying desperately to gap close with his shorty.
To close out the distance.
Hit by a trip. Then there's a grav net. Then there's a second trip. Hip close to an ult. But not really for the next round. Rifles back for Twisted Minds. Okay, so they've gone C twice. Been destroyed C twice. Let's have a look. Hip has played for Mandatory since they joined Valorant. That is crazy. Now I get what you were saying,
Big talking point on that desk was Exit.
How are we feeling today? Great, thank you. Haymaker Punch.
Yet to see him get on the board, but with a rifle in hand, this is where things can take a turn for the worse for his opponents.
Well, yeah, on Lotus, when they played last versus BBL Pacific, they lost both sets of pistols, both follow-up rounds, still 113-8. So it wasn't the be-all and end-all, but I will say the style at which Mandatory play this map is incredibly different from what you see from BBL Pacific. You're going to see a lot more of this sort of, well, Odin when it's in play, this isn't quite the Odin just yet. But also
it's like mini Odin. It's baby Odin.
Plays, I think it's going to be a lot more difficult.
They've let them get the wall down.
Come up against plenty
Trip
of opposition,
on, full control.
Start, of course, a lot of weaker weapons. They're going to eventually make their way back to A.
Now playing that double sentinel now gives so much control to Mandatory. They've got some players ready for the fight towards
you've
A.
just let Kellogg just dunk on you there.
It's exit going down.
He's just run through the wall and fried you.
But definitely in the previous, the opening duel was Kellogg's versus Exit. So that's
because the idea there is pretty good. You wall up, you get somebody over towards root, you like haunt in this corner, and you can drop wall and face with many different people on different angles. Very standard way of playing that. Ares about to shred. No? But Takas has got it.
He's able to find a double and put a 4v2 on the board. Twisted Minds running out of options. They found Kellogg's, or maybe Kellogg's has found them. Nice positioning from Jesse, though. This is a chance, but
14 seconds.
15 seconds. Yeah, he's got to go.
All right. Well, this is not going to be a roll, is it? This is definitely not going to be a roll for Twisted Minds. Really strong beginning from
huge amount of
Mandatory.
As well. Like getting those additional weapons.
The individual value from Kellogg's and Takas this round,
this is
huge.
Good a start as you're
Those are the two people you need to be firing.
This is where you start to look at Twisted Minds, maybe a bit of pressure coming in, but also just the hard work we know the Mandatory put in behind the scenes. They may come in with a roster full of experience, but maybe one's kind of fallen out of there.
What an astonishing shot!
The first round that Twisted Minds got versus BBL Pacific,
yeah, was an ace.
Round 4 with an ace from Exit.
He's on the board. 3 rounds where he's been picked.
But at that point, he also got himself an ult online, so he hasn't quite had the same like
with the pistols in hand,
amount of kills.
So far off. Time to jump. Now looking to punish.
Even though the score's the same, Exit hasn't quite been online to the same degree.
He's sticking around.
He was so good in that game. He took over.
In the chamber, though, and after using it on the Prowler, he will just bail.
Yeah, I think the second utility starts coming through, that's your moment to retreat. But he hasn't seen anybody push towards that C side of the map, so they are gonna.
Does Mandatory have a big streamer attached to them? I wouldn't know that, to be honest, but you got your answer immediately afterwards. Yes.
They will make their way into
hips whiffing and exits getting his second.
Doing damage and real potential for a post plant here.
Exit warming up is a scary thing to see. Mandatory need to recover on this round. This is the chance for
Mike. Oh, Mikey. Oh, God, that was nice. Beautiful 3K.
3K's made this doable with Kellogg's left in a 1v2.
This would be devastating for Twisted Minds if they lose it off the back of that.
He left it behind for a moment, but he's picked it back up, and one shot to either of these players
Kellogg's into
will
pit.
drop them. He's got a chance, but he doesn't know where they are.
Post plant's going to be.
Yeah, it is the same hip that played an Owl. Yep.
Orb already online. Snake bite available as well.
No, I didn't realize that's a thing. That's cool though.
Planning on budging for a moment. They're going to wait for their opponent to try and bait them in already.
I figured that was the reason, Floki. Because I was looking at it and I was like, there is no way that's unintentional. There's no one would ever shorten mandatory to MDR unless they were doing it specifically because it was French.
That was
really good.
You could barely see, and the transfer over here so quick.
He's resetting his recoil each time as well.
Next to nothing, and it's Exit on a sheriff that got them.
These Twisted Minds coaches were so angry in their previous game at some point.
You know, he was starting slow, but
they were losing their shit.
Isolate and exterminate.
After what we saw the other day, yeah, the danger is lurking. Still, Mandatory able for a full buy. This is their chance to correct for Twisted Minds. Chance to keep this half close.
Of course, this map may end up being integral for Twisted Minds. They have not played Abyss all year, although it was March the last time that Mandatory played it, so neither side really having too many reps.
Previous rounds they've been using Deadlock Wall over towards B. Now they've swapped it up and using the Deadlock Wall to reinforce over towards Rubble. And they've got Kellogg still posted deep with an op this time. That's a nice smoke to put pressure on anyone who's pushed up.
On this map speaks for itself. 12-1 over the last few months.
Exit's going to die to that, surely. Nope.
Shot from Kellogg's.
Big swing from
CS
Exit.
back out of there. Bear in mind, they had so much in terms of extra credits here that they have no troubles buying and have an ult online.
This is what he was doing last time, man. It was
Dude.
Lover's Rock just getting shut down by
Exit is
swings. And the same
owning
thing
them.
here.
Yeah, he was. He
It's a
was
trap
owning
set
Lover's
by
Rock when Lover's Rock was
Kellogg's
trying to op on
with
this
the
map.
operator, and yet he's tagged to
So aware
75.
of the
He comes
angles.
back looking for that fight, and he finds it, but it certainly doesn't go his way. With Kellogg's down, the C site looks open for business.
Snake by Night to try to put some pressure onto a planter, an anchor.
And if it was caught,
And they're in.
following up would have been difficult. Enzo dead after one again.
Exit
It
has
will be
ult.
Exit, and now the showstopper's online. With the
Ooh,
credits where they're
gotta
at,
use it
is
here.
the right time to throw it in. All
Doesn't
back to
land,
Takas, he's found one.
and you
It's
didn't
Sand.
break
Exit
Sand out of
down.
it.
Okay, it's looking doable for Mandatory on the way back in. Sikri.
Good from Sikri.
They know where he is.
1v1. He has Fade ult.
He has time on his
Tough for him
side,
to play this one,
enough
actually,
to
'cause
play
if he
with,
taps
enough
and gets
to
hit by a
push
Fade
down to
ultimate.
close the distance, and the
He's
shot will land.
swinging
Mandatory
before any
correcting
kind of
just in
tap.
time to put
He's just
forward
trying to find a
more.
timing on the guy before,
Important close out. A solid
like,
ultimate
as he's
as well.
pathing
I was
to
a
the
little bit worried
spike,
when
but
Takas fired that in. Either he maybe be
I don't
caught,
like
the
that.
showstopper was activated at the same time, but instead getting the
you could
counter, the
literally Fade ult the guy and then run at him
annihilation, that hurt
if you
just
wanted to.
enough
I think
on the way back in.
they should not have been trying to break
A nice attempt from
their
Sikri.
teammate out of the
And already a timeout
Annihilation.
being called by the side of Twisted Minds. They're going to know, firstly, how important this map is, but also how
He was
important in
an
the past
Ana
their
player. He was a
attack
flex
side has
support
been.
player.
It's almost always been a
It is the
victory on
same
this
Kellogg's
half.
of the legendary
I'm not sure they're gonna
0.01
wanna leave it
VLR
to
rating.
chance of
He
how
would,
they'll
he
do
would
on
sometimes
defense.
drop 30, and he would
I think
sometimes
especially
drop
after those
3.
initial punishes from Exit, you get rid of that operator, you get rid of Enzo.
How does
after
Lover's
just
Rock
one
compare to
trade.
comeback? He
And now
seems
the
a bit
side,
worse
the
to me, but
flanks,
I
it
don't
all
really
seems
know.
Secure, but a little bit overwhelmed by the flank, caught by Takas' ult. There's
You'd have to
not
ask
much
someone
that you
who's
can do, but all
deep
of
in the tier
fights
2 seed.
falling into the hands of Mandatory in the trade game. And that's all they needed. The timeout early on, but I think it's a good time for it, most certainly. For Twisted Minds, as you said, the importance of this attack side, the importance of Exit for this attack side as well. And
He played like
the last
prime
two rounds,
Aspas
we
in the
have
last
seen him show
EMEA
up.
stage.
It's only
Yeah.
translated.
I think if you let Kellogg's
That
get
one
going,
round on the board
and
for
he
the
gets a
attackers
feel for the game and gets
coming
into a
this
flow
next
state,
one.
he
There's the
can
potential to
take
go for
over.
an investment, but
But he
especially
was
those showstoppers
really
back up,
inconsistent at the
being a
tier
little
1
further
level.
away.
So I'd be a bit worried about him
Surprised
playing
they
in
just
tier
get
1 again.
Whatever pieces they can and save up their credits for the next. Okay, we're going fully in.
I know, they're going to go for the
Is
investment.
Exit
They've
the
got
GOAT
enough
Saudi
light
player?
shields and
I don't know.
Tracy.
I mean, I don't know how
Marty is
many
the weakness,
great
especially
Saudi
with
players there
Nightfall.
are.
You're up against an
I know
offense that
Mo
the
was
outlaw
around
now
for a
as well.
while.
Massive
MOH
fight
was like a
don't matter so
Sentinel
much.
With
player
their credits
that's
kind of
been
being on the brink, I don't
hanging around
mind
for a
it.
while. I
Like,
thought he
this-
was
if
pretty
you
good
let
last time
them
I
have
saw
a
him,
free
but
round,
he wasn't
all the
absolutely
economy's
dominating
back.
like Exit has in a couple of these maps. So
Mandatory's favor.
don't know.
Again, though, I was going to say they're being caught early by a lot of this utility, but already one has got past it. Nice work from Mikey, but I don't think he realizes where Exit is. He will spin around just quick enough and escape. The
Ooh, good
advantage
patience from
gained,
Mikey and nice
Enzo's
cover
there
from
to
Enzo.
support off the back. Now, Kellogg's has been caught on the other side of the map, but look how deep Sikri already sits.
They look very prepared for the way that Twisted Minds want to play this map.
He's not caught out, but will be able to escape behind the
Look,
wall.
I mean,
In fact, even if
this
he
kind
uses
of trip,
Nightfall,
they
connect
immediately
onto a
are ready
field.
to
They
catch
are
the
forced
lurk.
right back into sand.
Really impressive stuff.
They're
from
winning
Mikey.
these rubble
It's not
fights a lot
Sikri
as well.
alone. He could have brought that into
It's a great
1v1
start to the
there,
map
but a
from
missed shot.
Mandatory.
He is
Why did the
sending
stream
it towards
restart?
the C
Because it was
side.
about to get to 12 hours
Knowing
long,
both
and
players are here,
YouTube kills your
will
VOD
be grabbing himself
if
a
you get
plan.
over 12 hours.
But that resurgence, look at him, 7-2. I think this might be the best start we've seen from Mandatory's
Recoil and a
controller
Kai.
in
I
Ascension
haven't really
so
heard of
far,
the other
and
two,
certainly in terms of the impact of
Yeah.
every
but
kill
that's
that he's
good to
found.
know.
Will be an open plant. Sikri. It leaves him with pretty much any position that he can play from, but I like where he's going. He's going for the aggression. Enzo's
Doesn't
just
catch
waiting on the
Enzo.
angle, though.
He thinks
Maybe
he's
even
quicker to that
spotted
than the defender
barrel
is.
of the gun. I wonder if he did. He was
And
very,
Enzo
very
starts
ready for that
ramping
fight.
up.
Oh.
Doing his Brock impression.
That will be a 5-1 start for Mandatory.
Oh, he used to
An
play for
impressive
TSM.
defensive display thus far.
Yeah, it really is.
Lack of tier
Think
2
back to when
ball
Twisted
knowledge
Minds
from
were
me.
facing, BBL Pacific, it was somewhere that when they went aggressive,
What do I use to
towards
display the
this
chat on the screen?
rubble position, they were
Good
constantly
question.
being
What do
shut
I
down.
use?
Twisted Minds were able to deal with that aggression. Here, Mike
I
right out the
use-
gate,
Just got
and he's
back
getting in
from
their
the
face.
Lovely folk,
Really nice stuff.
10/10s.
To see
How
that
do
I
you
confidence
use
early on the
Nutty's
defense,
Nutty's
especially in such a
streamer bot
crucial round where those
overlay
credits
widget.
we're on the brink, as you said. Twisted Minds.
I think he has a website with a bunch of widgets called like nutty.gg, something like that. Samari, thank you for the 25 months.
Instead, they're now 5-1 down with an eco of their own, and you know, one away from the pit. If they can get onto the side,
how do you people pay $9 for a pint though? I mean, depends where you are in the world. I certainly don't. Oh wait, maybe I do. $9?
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's still fairly expensive. But not as expensive as they get, to be honest. Oh, Sand has absolutely cooked them with the lurk, but he's never getting that. He's never getting that spike back.
The rest of his team are down and out. He was the one with the rifle.
We went to London? He's getting cheap pints if he's in London then. Isn't it like 10 quid for a pint?
Maybe he was going to try and make a play. This is interesting.
Maybe I'm exaggerating because I'm not from there.
And is then pushed back into the same spot.
Yeah, Nutty's fantastic.
Enzo was claiming the orb that maybe there was a chance.
It's not even $9 in most places in London, TBH. Is it really? It's cheaper than $9 for a pint in London.
After shooting out the sensor, they are well aware of where he sits. Not the gun he has, but I also think for trying to take down 3 players with the spike on the ground, this isn't the gun you want.
Yeah, definitely not. Takaz with his 4th of the round, closing.
Most I've seen is 7 quid.
Right. You talk about that double sentinel, and I think for a lot of people, then you think, okay.
I learned so much of my production stuff from Nutty. Yeah, Nutty is. It seems excellent. I'm not like super deep on the OBS stuff, but yeah, it seems like Nutty is really good at that stuff.
Timing on it now as well to try to let 1 or 2 out, catch the others. The wall goes through as well. Like he's constantly dividing the forces while the rest of the map control is being contained by him.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you go into a club or something, then you're paying whatever the fuck they think they can charge you. I mean, I suppose that's the same everywhere, but they've got a captive audience.
I feel like they almost have to. But
Trip stops a B-lurk from getting in super deep. With the trip over here, wall being placed down deep. Now that they've got the wall, they can start picking up the B timing.
Where he's TPing to as well. Like he puts
it does look annoying to play against on the defense side.
So when that aggression has taken place on the other side of the map, it's not like there's a safe space.
The London average pint cost in 2024 was £6.50, which is $8.68.
Making sure that they at least
so,
on to some of the
yeah,
pretty
damn close to the $9 that you were talking about.
Throw out the net and then fake back towards A, but it's not like those players on A have ever moved.
It's cheaper up north, I can tell you that. But I also don't go out and drink beer very often.
I think the only thing
if I'm drinking, I'm drinking at my parents' house, which is a sad admission, but...
There's not going to be anybody fighting this.
You all push up. Like Kellogg's, he's going to have to step forward or take his TP.
That do be how it is.
So
it's a pint and a half a litre. It's just over. I think it's like 500 and...
Viper's Pit.
A pint in the US is slightly smaller than a pint in the UK. I think a pint in the UK is like 550 or something. It's not quite. It's like 542 or 568. There you go. It's some weird amount.
But now there's also a few mistakes creeping in from Twisted Minds.
Especially after that early timeout that we saw going into a buy round. This is the second buy round we've seen since then.
They're not controlling very much of the map. It's really easy for Mandatory to get these big plays reacting to the C exec. Because it's very tough for Twisted Mind to get rid of all of this info util that they've got. They need to be breaking this deadlock wall wherever it is. But it's difficult to go and break it. Because you have to kind of put yourself in an exposed position to break it, usually.
This is going to be a nightmare to watch from the coaching booth.
We've seen frustration there in the past, but at least then they had this man to bail them out. It's unfair to ask of it again, but he has managed to get them the open, and now the Viper's Pit goes down. Spike planted as well.
The old potato incoming. Maybe. They've got the pit down. They should be favored this round.
Some Odin spam could help them out. He's got to be careful though.
So does Exit. How do you play this when there's spams coming through and you're 8 HP? This guy's been the hero so many times. In goes the drone from Enzo. Clearing out that backside. Not finding anyone just yet. There's one seen. Mikey takes down Exit, the low HP player, taken by the spam. It's not too much of a surprise, but the rest are holding strong.
Oh, Sand got the kill. I mean, it's game over as well. There's no time.
To pick up the pieces. He finds one, and Mikey's there for another, but not in time. Twisted Minds managing to run that.
It's 7-2. It's the old potato scoreline.
Their second round.
The old potato score.
Quicker take, and I think maybe spotting the gap. A lot of what we've seen from Mandatory has been Okay, taking over that A control, taking over C control, and then either you have
At Sideshow
to get you into the B site again, or you have the players obviously rotating back through the broken door. That leaves.
I feel like we
at
should be
least a
adding
little
Old
bit of time where if
Potato,
you're
yeah.
very quick into the site, you can get that space. No surprises, an immediate adaptation, but interestingly,
This is a really
the gap
big
that's left,
push out
they're
B
no longer
here.
going to dominate that A control, and it seems like Twisted Minds are going to challenge that instead.
Alt is so deep.
Well, they've got
What are they looking for? Looking for the
Monkey's
upper?
gone down, the B
They're looking for the
aggression
upper
not
on this
working out
line.
for mandatory, but the gap will be filled in quickly. Kellogg's now holding that rotation. If Sand does go back to meet his teammates, he's going to have quite a contest depending on the timing. 120 on the clock, though. So much time to
Mikey
play
going
with
down makes
this
me want to
attacking
go over
side, and
towards
they're even
C,
gonna
but
commit the smoke for the
they're
cross.
not in position to do it,
That
and there's
may
still all
save
of the
Sand's
Cypher
life.
util. Can they break that wall?
Maintain that
Break the wall,
advantage.
break the wall, break the wall. Break the wall.
It's definitely a retake.
And they got over it anyway.
Wow,
good shots from Hip, to be honest. How'd he survive? How'd he get such a quick kill on exit? They've shut exit down. They've done a great job of making his life difficult.
It almost feels like they have to flee, or at least have to try and sell the idea that they have.
Ticey, yo, what's up?
Getting into the door, but
Got a name for the baby?
Kellogg's still here. That might not be an issue for them already.
Got a name for the baby. What if we call it,
on the ground, and only 2 players now standing.
30 seconds
Going
left.
for the jump peak, and also bear in mind
Do you like
that
biblical names?
Annihilation online, and also
We could call it like,
there's so much still to
Nebuchadnezzar.
play with, and the cross being well kept by Hip. He
Feast
survived that first
420.
fight, and also
Yeah, on the
has
other
a second
hand,
for
I mean,
himself as well.
if you don't want to go with Nebuchadnezzar, we could go for Poop Feast 420.
Jesse maybe could hope to save if there weren't so many players lurking around every corner. Mandatory right back to winning ways. 8-2 on the board, and it looked there like Takas was under too much pressure. He has a showstopper coming in.
Well,
He's
I mean,
been
we
hit
don't
by
know the
Prowler.
gender.
Know where he
They
is,
maybe.
But Hip being able to survive that shot, stays
Real
alive,
Ticey, who died of
essentially
dysentery?
becomes his own Cam. He can't really take a bullet, but he can hold down some
Is
control.
Poop Feast 420
and
from the
even
Old
gets another
Testament?
kill.
It definitely
I said
sounds like
for
something the
Mike,
Old
this has
Testament
been
God would
one of the
inflict
best
on someone.
performances, one of the greatest starts that he's had, and I think now Hip might be right up there with him. Seeing Takas online and how impressive that deadlock utility's been here on the defensive side.
Did you know that the
It's left a
Nebu
lot
in
for
Nebula
Twisted
comes
Minds
from
to try to
Nebuchadnezzar?
deal
No,
with.
I didn't.
And they've already used, as we said, one of
Nebu
those
in
pauses
what is the la?
early on here. It was necessary.
What is
considering
that
where they were
part?
at. They tried to buy themselves a way back into the game. But that
You
hasn't
lied?
worked. And now at 8-2, it can still be an okay half, but they've got to connect
You
everyone
got-
from this point
you
forward,
got
and
my
their
ass.
economy's in the bin.
You
I
fucking.
think
Why
they're
would
also
why
gonna
would someone
rely
go on the
the
internet and
next
just lie
round
like that?
more for,
Why would someone go on the
mandatory.
internet and lie?
It's looked like a completely different Twisted Minds
Fucking
we
hell.
saw yesterday. There was a lot of flair, and sure, a lot of
That's
that
messed
came
up.
from one
That is
man on
messed
this
up.
map in particular, but I think Sikri's been very quiet. Jesse had huge individual plays, even in maps where
Nebuchadnezzar was a big fan of Los Angeles. Oh.
All of that
Of
sequence got
course.
missing at the worst possible time. Of course, the victor here heading into
Getting one guy like crazy.
that quote-unquote grand final matchup, one of the 2 that could qualify you to VCT, of course, for Enzo.
Tech pause for
it would be
audio issue.
another
How do you reckon?
attempt
How long do you reckon
at
this one's
making
gonna
it
last
there.
for?
Yeah, well,
Is this what the
it
tech pause
would
was
be
earlier?
Other players' attempts, but some of them managed to do it. So it's going to be very, very interesting if they do make it there. The fact is, though, for Twisted Minds, I think coming into today, I had them as favorites, mainly because of how they did versus BBL Pacific. They were fantastic. They were literally a couple of rounds away from already being in that grand final match as the #1 seed, and it being BBL Pacific here instead. It
Just
doesn't
see
seem
who-
like they
see who
managed
it points
reset
to.
back into this match.
See who it points to.
Mandatory's journey as well, considering that, you know, you look back to the group of death that they were put in not long ago, and many doubted that they would even be here. They have battled for this spot, for the right to, for many of these players, take another shot at VCT, some of which have landed that shot.
You
as
should give
said.
the context as well of what that group was. That was them versus BBL Pacific.
I'm not
at the
easy
time,
debate. I'm one of the least easy
#1
debate people
team
out there,
on the points leaderboard.
Theodore.
And then Enterprise.
I'm
who were the
perfectly
#2
calm,
team on the
internally
points leaderboard.
rational.
So literally they went into
I'm
a Brazilian
even-keeled.
three-team group
The
with only
problem
one
is
team
that I'm
made it
surrounded
out
by
of the group.
idiots
So
all the
and
time.
if they didn't make it out of there,
And I'd love to give them the benefit of the doubt, but they're just
almost zero.
They're just stupid.
Very low, yeah.
So they literally have almost run an impossible gauntlet by making
With
they didn't
the
even
arrow
win both games
pointed
in that
back
group.
at
It came
me.
down to map difference that took them out of it, and then got enough points to qualify. And then now,
What would happen if a Valorant game went to
this
100,
match
100 OT?
Potentially just one best of 5 away from being in VCT. It would be a story.
They would
and then
play
the team on the other side, of course, is
the next
a completely
round.
different story in its own right.
They would play
You had
until the first to 102.
The sort of MENA region where they had their own point system.
The
all way
world
up
would
until stage
explode.
3, of challengers. Twisted Minds managed to go there. I think most people were looking at them.
Did you
going
know
like,
if you
okay,
sneeze,
well,
fart,
it's the MENA team, got high
and
expectations.
like
And they do
hiccup
incredibly well.
and cough at the
They
same
look
time,
very,
you shit
very
yourself?
good within it, only losing to top
It's like a
teams
hard reset button in
so
a
far
human.
at least.
You just
The fact is, if this
you
is
can't
the
control your
moment where
bladder, or your
things
I mean,
evaporated
or your
for them,
colon.
like, this is the map has said over I think it's the last 3 months or since July.
You're back trying it?
They're
Yeah.
on a
Good luck.
12-1 streak on this map, and I think it was
You
a
take a
regional map
screenshot.
where they lost to all EMEA opposition. They have been able
Would they
to take them
cancel the
down.
second match? I've no
This is
idea, to be
definitely
honest,
one of the
Adrian.
worst halves we've seen from them on this map in particular.
I think they would play
And
it
the
out,
next map,
but
they
I
have
think there's
not
got to be
played
some
since
point at which the
2025.
overtime pay
Now,
would be
Mandatory
so
barely played
insane
it, but it's
that they
still
would
one of
have
those
to
things that if Mandatory are willing
delay
to
the
gamble
game.
that map, they have to have something
But no matter
prepared.
when you delay the game
And,
to, it's going to cost money.
Based on my knowledge of someone like Enzo and the experience that's on the other side, I believe what they've got prepared is probably quite good, especially as they're a team that's been running that Yoru Waylay, which on Abyss is nasty. If they bring that in again...
Does the poop push
I'm a
out
bit
the
worried,
fart,
yeah,
or
Rex.
does the
I mean, the
fart
reality
push
is
out the poop?
You have to think this
Truly
is not the kind of
too
series
deep
where
for
you
me.
come in and go, hey, screw it. Our prep isn't that good. Let's just roll it and see how it goes. Especially not against Twisted Minds. And you heard.
How do I
obviously,
feel about the
earlier
Blue
on in
Jays
the
entering the
desk when
World
conversation
Series?
was about
Blue Jays
beating
got to be
the
one of the
second
most
time, because we
fraudulent
always
teams of
say,
all
and
time, in
Vinny
my
said it
opinion.
as well, the idea that beating a team once, sure, but the second time around,
barely
they
have
know
anything
how you
going
play.
on.
You don't just have to play your game.
They can't even get
The
on
idea
base.
is they know what your game is.
Yeah.
You know, they get just carried by that
and
one
you don't learn that much
guy.
from your victory other than, hey, what we do works, but it might not work the second time.
I
Twisted Minds coming
I
up
don't think
against
they've
an
got
opponent
anything
that's
going.
familiar with them, and that it seems like the first loss, a little bit of a spark for Mandatory. I mean, the game against Focus, certainly map 1, they came in swinging.
Yeah, did you see that
And it
ludicrous
looks like they
display
brought
last
that
night?
same energy here today.
Shohei
If I'm not
Ohtani tried to
mistaken,
just
I'll
walk it
double-check,
in.
It was a 13-2 against Focus, right? On Haven, it was. And
I don't like how they
at
hit
least
the
for a
ball.
similar
Yeah, they keep
dynamic
throwing those
scoreline,
curve
we need to see
balls.
Twisted Minds bounce back, and we know that they certainly can. We've even seen it from Zemo before. We saw it a bit from Sand as well. Where like, was it even this map where Zemo was like 1-7 starting out? And then
This
the
is
second half, he
becoming
ends
a
up
long
neck and neck,
tech
really good
pause.
performances. So there's definitely still some hope for Twisted Minds to bounce back. A little bit of a technical pause for now, though. So finding out whether they will or won't will take a little bit. But you know what? That's just fine, because it means we get to hear from our wonderful analyst desk.
Oh, they're going back to the analyst desk. Oh, we're going back to Pokemon. We're going back to Pokemon. Wait, Yensu's mic isn't even turned on. Oh, God, we've got audio issues everywhere.
I can hear you in person, though. It might be enough. You are loud, though.
You just got to go and speak into Minnie's microphone. Just go and start blah, 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 into Minnie's face. Minnie, you're going to have to carry this, man. You're the only person we can hear. Get talking, Buster.
This stream has just gotten infinitely worse. Now you can't hear me. I want to shout out to potentially... This could be the oldest Valorant team, average age-wise, we have ever had in Valorant. You've got
Mandatory?
Enzo, who's 29, Hip, who's 29, and my boy Mikey, who's 27. And I want to just shout out
Who
Mikey
is
so
the
much because I think
oldest
he flies under the
player?
radar
We were
a lot,
talking about this
when it comes to his
before.
role and his fragging prowess, and he's just been like frying like crazy so far on Lotus.
Does anyone have an
love him
answer?
so much, you know. I
Anyone
have
know
the
who
same
the
sort of
Unk of all
appreciation
Unks
as
is?
when Sociable
I
finally
know it was
made
Angel,
it to
but
tier
who is it
one.
now?
Yeah,
Who
but
is
to
it
see
now?
like a full team of boomers.
Yeah.
Admittedly,
The Boomer Rookie.
All right,
admittedly,
let's
like, I don't
go
wanna
for
do that,
anyone who
Kellogg's attack
types.
us,
I will
but
play
the other
just to let you know that.
Potentially
Just
all
to so I know that you're here.
30 by the time they are in VCT is outrageous.
Oh, there we go, there we go,
in
there we
the
go.
best way
Cloud,
possible.
Cloud, we're
Gives me
in.
hope for Sliggy, because I saw that
for
somebody
Sliggy.
in his chat was asking when he's
Stop the
gonna go
timer.
pro,
Hold on.
and I'm like, pretty sure he's.
This is
pushing 60,
a
you know,
expanding
fair enough.
force
Yeah.
team.
The off-season grind might happen.
We
It doesn't go well.
I mean, how long's the off season? 3
We
years.
lead Hydreigon.
Yeah. What I was going to say is, yeah,
We
I love
go
Mikey. I have so much respect for him.
Goldengo.
He's just, for people that
We
don't know him, he's just
go
this very
Glamora
chill,
Dondo
calm,
in the back.
keeps himself to himself. He's a little bit introverted, but he's a very kind soul. I just
Yeah,
love
asking
him.
Wikipedia to
And-
search through the
It's like
database
your
to
mum
figure it
that
out
could
would
be
be
like,
so
get
good,
a date
actually.
or something.
Like,
I mean,
sort by
well, no, 'cause
oldest.
we're at the same age, pretty much.
would be a
You know,
nice
I'm
thing to
bringing
put in
myself
there.
down a little bit with the age thing.
Yeah, how old
But
is
I just-
Yinsu?
I just-
Yinsu's kind
I
of
just really like his
getting
story,
on there, isn't
you know?
she?
Seeing him in Tier 1 would make me very, very happy. But also, I think
She's
him
older than
is
I
somebody
am.
That if you weren't around,
She's
in
older than I
2020,
am.
2021, maybe you wouldn't know who he is as well. But
God,
certainly,
that
you know,
feels bad.
I think the first team
Hip,
that,
hip, hip.
that we beat in Summon, well, before we were even Summon FC,
That feels bad.
was Hip's team.
Was it the
And that was
Rhyme
like,
roster?
no.
Mm.
It was,
Oh.
I think he was playing with Existence.
Oh,
I think. And I remember thinking,
I
oh,
feel
we,
like Chiwa is in there somewhere.
What is
Maybe
after
the Chiwa-
you?
no, it was full French.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
target
And
makes
we
its
beat them and I was
move
like,
right
okay, maybe
after the
we
user.
can do this.
Oh,
in
so it
Existence
lets
Belgium?
people move
Yeah, but
quickly.
he's like,
Cancel him, guys.
no. Everyone at this point knows that Existence is.
I'm gonna
pretty
get close
established in the French
combated.
scene,
Okay. Yeah.
Even though he's not
Potato,
French.
patata.
I don't know what the
Um,
fuck. I think
yeah, sorry,
I don't know
you
what
wanted to talk
I'm
about
supposed
comp.
to
Yeah,
do
so
here.
the comp
Actually,
graphic's gone. Can we bring that back up? So
I just want to talk about Mikey.
we're gonna go to real talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
my
that,
Goldengo is in a horrible spot right now.
Twisted Mind's done a pretty bad job of doing their usual Lotus stuff. So yeah, I want to talk about Mandarin's comp here. So the
My
Deadlock
Goldengo
Cypher,
is in a
where I'd
horrible
explain this
spot.
comp is it's like an auto win comp.
Mm-hmm.
So if the other team doesn't do the things they should do against it, just auto win, which is great at this level of competition.
we
Where sometimes you might not
tailwind?
have every team check.
I don't
every
know what
box.
we do.
And so what Mandatory or what Twisted Mind should be doing,
Tailwind
going,
swap
finding that Cypher
to
Deadlock util, and then ending C because there's no Viper, there's
Yeah.
no Killjoy, there's no Vice.
Dondo.
But instead, what we're seeing is Twisted Minds not defaulting that util.
Are they
Terra
overcooking?
Fire
They're
Eruption.
undercooking.
Oh
Oh,
my
okay. A
lot of
god,
the
that
time.
did
Yeah.
so
and
much
then just
damage.
going A.
That did
And so they're not
so
playing-
much
I think
damage.
the game plan they had in previous games would
Yes,
work
they
perfectly
did, right?
here,
Yeah.
but for some reason they're not doing it. It's like they're overthinking and then undercooking.
Draco
Maybe that's a
Lilligan
rematch syndrome
Wave
too,
Crash
right? Like you want to
Torkoal.
not play the exact same way you did last time, just in case they.
But they play.
Maybe I should have
They
been
do the BC
attacking the
default
Torkoal.
stuff for the past few months. Like when I watch the VODs, like they do it
Yeah.
quite a lot.
Mhm.
And it's very surprising to me. that
What?
they've just
Why?
decided to
Oh, the Dondo's
change it in a
slower.
moment where it's
Fuck's
probably
sake.
most powerful. So
Okay,
yeah,
we got ourselves a problem
If,
here.
the coach
We got
takes
ourselves
time
a
out, I
big
hope they
problem
start
here.
abusing C
Okay.
after defaulting.
Wow,
I
how
don't
the
know what
fuck is the
Cypher is,
Lilligant?
Honestly, I mean, inevitably,
Faster.
you know,
Oh,
they
because
don't
it's
have
got
to.
chlorophyll.
Well,
on
side
attack.
switch,
Oh
well, I
my
mean, I think
God,
statistically
man.
the Deadlock
Oh my
Cypher
God.
is better on attack, apparently. It shouldn't be in theory, I don't think, but yeah, they're pretty doomed right now. They need to sneak those last two rounds in, I guess.
Dude, we're in a
Yeah.
we're in
Otherwise
a
it's
horrible
GG.
spot.
I
Dude,
also think
what
the
the fuck do you
momentum,
do about
though,
this?
Yeah.
is kind of good for Twisted
This is
Minds to have
insane.
this little bit of a
This is
break because
insane.
the momentum was so heavily on the side of Mandatory, it just felt like they couldn't stop
It's
it.
a nice reset.
Lilligant is
Yeah, they couldn't stop it at
ridiculous.
all. I mean, your team was very well known for winning.
I mean, it's
like, I
it's
think
over.
there was a
but,
stat that was
you know,
90% of
all
the
good.
rounds after a tech pause you'd win.
Attack pools.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah, that,
high
my
tech
attack
pause.
Okay,
highlights weren't very
Lilligant
good.
dies
Attack
to that.
pools is-
I
they
mean-
hit hard.
Traditionally, Eric has always diffed
We got
you
two
on
of them.
that with the tech pause, with attack pauses.
But
But we're done here. We don't have to yap anymore.
Oh,
so let's
what do we
jump
do?
back into game with the other two boomers, Mitch and Tom.
we're cooked. All right, we're back into the game.
Hello? Oh, hey,
I'm,
what's up,
I'm
guys?
ready for the next game,
Tom?
but I'm not ready to actually play.
He's coming back. He'll be back. I think the game's ready to roll. We're ready to rumble.
Wait, is
All
Tom
right.
actually
We'll
not
find my bald
there?
British man, and we'll get
Tom
right back
is
into this.
actually
Mandatory
not
8
there.
to 2. It was a strong
I've
performance
never
from Mandatory,
seen
just like myself.
anybody
Seems like
go
Twisted Minds a little
live
asleep at the wheel,
when
but now
one
is the time
of the
to bounce
casters
back.
is
More so
gone.
maybe in the next round. They haven't got a lot to work with. Credit's
The
gonna
oldest
be
player
saved.
that isn't
A 9-3
retired in his
half
tier
time
1
with
is
the gambler.
Melza,
Oh,
and then
stranger
Boaster,
things.
both
Then a fight like
29
this
years
working
old.
out. Hunter's Fury
Oh no,
early
they're
off the
30
ground
years old.
contact, and it will be nothing found as a result. Expanded versus the eco as well for Twisted Minds. That's a valuable piece of ult economy
What the fuck?
taken out of
Yeah,
play
need
for
that.
what is the next round that they're gambling for.
Yeah, although I don't think Mandatory will mind too much. 9 rounds on the defense would be more than worthwhile, but they haven't
How old
done
is
too
Sadak?
much.
I don't know.
The kid
Sadak does
damage to
feel
exit
like
thus
he's
far. One of
kinda
the few
old, but-
rounds they won was off of his entries with the Sheriff, but
Apparently not.
It's looking less and less likely
Static is not
as the game has
17.
gone on, and they're yet to really find the contact that they want. Throughout the game, they've been conditioned into there being maybe an aggressive Yoru somewhere or a push-up of Omen in the
Sadak's
form of
28.
Mikey. In this round, there isn't that. They are sitting back.
It's crazy how young everyone is.
Yeah, an extremely patient display. And it's
Being
gonna
in your
be
30s is like being geriatric.
The risk's always there, but exit and sand will fall. The big gun finding 2. And it might not be done yet. 20 seconds on the clock. And Twisted Minds, where are you going to go? The door's being opened, but guess what? Some suppressive fire might just come their way
Crashy's
fairly
re-signed
soon.
to
It will be
Fnatic
him
as well. Repeat
landing
offender.
himself 1 before going down. And
One
with this
enemy
push into
remaining.
B, I don't think
10
they stand
seconds
much
left.
of a chance. Don't worry, just like our observer Zilv, I really wanted to see the wall bang as well, but Enzo's being patient.
I did
He
know
was
Alpha
saving
was
his
very
ammo.
young.
An economical player.
Because he was 17 when he first
9-2,
started playing
double
pro.
digits for mandatory, possible at the halftime, but that wasn't an investment.
Enzo is
Yeah,
the original
it's kind of at a
Odin
point, though,
abuser.
where
Yeah.
even if they get to 3 rounds, they'd have to have a really impressive.
NRG moves Scuba back to
defensive
smokes and
side.
sign a Senti player.
It's
Apparently
almost
they're looking
feeling
for a
like
flex
Twisted
though,
Minds need
which
a
would imply
reset
that
with the
Ethan's
coach
going
and-
smokes. Or like they're looking
Well,
for a
have to
flex
have
or a
plan on
smokes player.
Abyss. I think that would
which
be the main
would
talking
imply that,
point.
like-
It's been a rough map for them across the board. And,
Yeah, Ethan might pick up some
less
smokes,
and less believing in any form of comeback.
depending on who they
They'll
can
get
get.
some early control. onto
No,
A,
they're not
but
going to pick
for
up
the most
Kest to
part,
replace Som. I would be really
What
surprised.
was those
They were apparently
aggressive
looking at
walk-ups
Zek
from exit, those
if he was
contact plays
interested.
which worked out of them with like solid trades and only really exploding into the site once he found contact. That has almost had to dissipate because it hasn't worked.
Oh,
They are
Kellogg
never
has a way out of there.
breaking this
Gate
wall,
crash used.
so there's always
Spotted a bit of
opportunity
info, but couldn't take
for
a
them
shot.
to just overstack the other sides of the map.
Managed to find
Wherever
out.
they have the wall
Managed to
up.
keep Sand alive, so the lockdown
They're just
is
getting
now going to
giga
be
value off the
online
deadlock wall.
and available. And it looks like the play is to move to A.
And
maybe
then
take
late
the
round,
tree,
they're not
maybe even
popping
just
where the
ult in that
deadlock
club.
wall
No, you can
was,
already
so
see
they're
the
not
ping. They're going to ult behind the tree.
abusing
For Enzo, that means heavy pressure coming
the
this
time
way.
either.
You can already
More,
see
thank you for the 9
Viper
months.
wall will go up. The spam has
They've
got
got
to
the
be
info.
good. They've dodged it. They're ready for that spam. He has to give it up and barely survives.
Ooh, the bite is good.
Yeah, the early TP
He's got
though,
Annihilation
came
to
out
try
from
to hold
Mikey,
them
has
back.
given them the information early. That means there's now 4 players within this site. Problem will be, can they counter
a good
anything with
ultimate.
the lockdown? Already.
Kellogg's tried to
Spamming it,
swing.
Opener found, spam going through, but that lockdown is still in play.
Oh, nothing found.
But it has
You
not
gotta
been
get out.
connected. The players will be
3v4,
forced back.
winnable, winnable.
One of the few afterplants we're going to see once again.
Zemo's
from Twisted
positioning
Minds,
could be
and this
crucial.
time they have a man advantage.
You'd maybe want to see that.
Oh, Mikey
Annihilation
has no
saved
idea.
A little bit later, it also bounced back off. the
Oh,
wall, so
wait.
disaster
Zemo might
for
get
the
timing.
Here,
To
Zemo's
oh,
caught. Okay, numbers back to
Zemo,
even.
man, what
We're
you
coming through
doing?
heaven, Takas.
What you
He's got a
doing?
heavy engagement
You're
on
supposed
his
to be the
hands.
backstabber,
Zekri
not
has
getting
walked
shot in the
up
side of the
close.
head.
It looks like, oh, he doesn't have support. The other players down below.
Takas
The
can-
corner be cleared. It will,
Takas can
but
clear that
the
with a
shot
grav net.
landed. Twisted Minds now in a
Didn't even
3
bother.
versus 2. The spike tap will draw them into a fight. Oh, in fact, it won't. The nano
Good
thrown
swing
in.
with the nano.
Beautiful.
I like
Zach
that.
uses it as bait, and another big round needed for Mikey. Not delivering this
Well,
time. Twisted
they get the
Minds
third on the
at
board.
least making it to 3. But like
3
you said, Tom,
rounds.
still a lot
A
of
mandatory
work to
should
be
find
done
it a bit
to
harder on
recover
their attack
map
side.
pick.
If exit activates and they win pistol, it could be doable. It could be doable. All right, who do we want to take into this game? The Lilligant was an enormous problem. So I think we've got a lead Talonflame, and the Glamora was, yeah, we want Glamora in as well, and then we have Dondo Tatsu in the back. Yeah, let's have Dondo Tatsu in the back. Did Shin win earlier? Yes, Job Life beat... No, sorry. No, he didn't. Dynasty beat Job Life. It was a 2-1 game. Okay, what have we got in here? We've got Psychic Terrain, Expanding Force, Spam, basically. I think we just want to do as much damage as possible turn 1. I don't think we even want a Tailwind.
Well, 3
I think we
rounds
just
on
want to
the
try to
board for
fuck
Twisted
this Hattery
Minds.
up.
It's a bare minimum.
Well, I guess
A
we'll
lot
fuck the
more
Indeedee
needed,
up.
and this pistol round could sway things massively into the favor of Mandatory. They've already
Goodbye,
got the upper
Indeedee.
hand. Now it looks like the slam dunk just needed.
They got it for
Lotus
Trick Room.
being the pick of
All right.
Twisted Minds and Abyss up next, as you've said a few times, Tom, a map that we haven't gotten to see much from either team on, but with Mandatory picking it.
Coming
it
into
certainly
Ascension,
seems
3 of the
like
top
ball
5
was in their court.
clutches were Twisted Minds
I've learned
players.
in the past that it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work out.
Wait,
wonderfully
coming
for them.
into Ascension. Oh, right. 3 out of 5 of the
It's
top clutches
definitely
of the players
a worrying
included
sign
in
for Twisted
Ascension.
Minds, a map
Gotcha.
that they have looked
Well,
on
Twisted
so
Minds
much
have got to
on, and
win
while they
this.
have very much
They-
looked
This year, Twisted Minds are
counted,
28
some may
and
even
3
say.
on Lotus.
They were denied all the way through the map.
And they're currently 9-3 down.
Still, Twisted Minds had a fairly stellar defensive side when they played each other last.
Yeah.
I do think they're going to need a
How was the
pistol
Velocity
if
game?
they're gonna be able
Terrible.
to turn this
Honestly,
around.
terrible. They played very badly.
That's a fair call. The A side seemingly the target for Mandatory. You can see the utility being lined up, the smokes in play, the dive towards the site, the gate crash about to come through. They've already put boots on the ground.
Mandatory already
I
in,
like
already
this
getting the
from
wall
Sam.
down. They're still not focusing
Just
on breaking the
backed
wall
off.
at all.
He's
Yeah.
given up the space. If he stuck around on that site, he would have been over.
Full retake setup for
The
Twisted
amount
Minds.
of set utility being thrown in. The only play was to back away, but it's allowed for that post plant. With all of that deadlock utility already down on the ground, it definitely makes things that little bit tougher. They have done damage though. 2 players fairly low already.
Paranoia has been sent through, but they're going to be delayed by the sonic sensor sitting outside of the stairs. Hipped as well.
Oh, that
The
grav net
land
looks
is
good.
first. In goes the
That's
net
a
as
really
few
big grav
players
net.
caught by it. Takas,
But
despite
they were
being
smoked
low,
off.
he has a chance to have huge impact, but it's
Ooh,
Kellogg's to take
Kellogg's
the cake.
obliterating
A triple
them.
kill, one better than his last pistol.
That should be game
And
over.
10
Twisted
to
Minds have got
3
a force
on
here, I
the
think.
board.
And they've got-
nail hammered deep
they've got
into
bad
the coffin of
money
Twisted
as well.
Minds on Lotus.
I don't think that was relevant. I don't think that was relevant.
This was insane. Like, it's something that I wanted to pick up on with the
Kellogg's,
interview from
he's a
Kellogg's.
freak.
Is, I mean, we know in the past there's definitely been trials and tribulations on prior teams, plus Kellogg's, minus Kellogg's, plus Kellogg's, minus Kellogg's. But he said that this is the team that feels like a family.
Gravnet
This is the team where
lineup
he feels comfortable.
for the C player. That's
I think
really
we're
cool.
witnessing that, even though individually
I like that from
he
Takas.
hasn't had the greatest performance thus far.
From the A
it
side
came
of the
to the
map,
pistol
throwing a
round in the
lineup to
second
push
half,
back
he
the
was
C player.
the
You
one
throw
needed. And
the
everybody's
smoke
been
as well,
performing.
and with the
Everybody
grav
has
net.
been
Find it
stellar.
pretty difficult to
And
contest
already,
that.
well, if he wasn't at the top of the board before, a collapse might help him move up a little bit. A great way to start things off with 3 in the last round and all being claimed as well. He's only 2 away from having the dimensional drift. The remaining 2 players of Twisted Minds genuinely need to be careful, because if they give him the plant, which I'll be honest, if they don't, I'll be very disappointed. He's only 1 off ult.
Yeah, I mean, Kellogg's should go
Well,
chasing.
they've got the plant, and as you said, in terms of the investment from Mandatory, the 1 pistol now on the floor, it's looking like a pretty healthy buy across the board for the next round with limited.
These guys are
investment into it.
cowering on the other side of the map.
The reality is for Mandatory,
Trying not
it's
to
a
die to
really
Kellogg's.
nice story between Takas, who's obviously made the run before, Enzo, who faltered at the last hurdle of making it to VCT, but Kellogg's for me really is that. Yes, indeed, to Takas.
him.
Thanks for reminding me. And for Kellogg's, the idea of him almost being the prodigal son, right? He got ejected from the league after a pretty tough season when it came to his run on Heretics. The Heretics team then had this huge uptick.
They're not going to be able
suddenly
to
looked really good while he's just
get the ult
stuck in
online,
tier 2.
but they can play
DVM,
for
I
one
think
of the
it
ult
was.
orbs.
Then he ends up on Mandatory, finds his home here, and has really come into his own on this roster. He has done his time in this tier 2 and rising back, coming back to the table. If they can make the run complete, would be a beautiful story indeed.
I think as well, like, they're having the opportunity.
Now.
Oh, it is outrageous.
There was zero need for that.
I was going to say, they're also doing it with that full French team, because it was
What
always in a
the
lot of the,
fuck?
like, the mixed roster.
EMEA is so bad manners.
Still a long way to go to get there.
So
This is
bad
only map
manners.
#1, but this has been a display. This has been a clinic from Mandatory so far, and Twisted Minds are yet to show up to the party.
Exit's
They
performance
showed their
yesterday
best
versus
yesterday
Exit's performance
versus
today
BBL Pacific, and it
couldn't be a bigger difference.
was almost enough. Very
But I
nearly
think they're
the
finding
team
it
that
very
everybody
difficult
had
to
as
play against
favourites
Mandatory's
coming in,
comp.
including myself. Almost faltering.
Gravnet
One
stuff again.
representative of Mana, but
Kellogg's gets his ult online.
today, has not
And
looked like the same story.
now it should be pretty easy for them to be able to get in and put some pressure. I mean, they could go in like this, find players, look to re-clear
and a map that they've looked
rubble,
so good on,
and then they
it's
can go
tough
through
to
and
look
split
at it
B.
without, you know, singling out Exodus. You know, he was unreal last time, but can you really expect the guy to put up those god tier, was it 31 kills?
Yeah.
You know, every single time? No, of course not. For Mandatory, full control, their defensive
hit by the
aggression
recon?
worked wonderfully. It always kept Twisted Minds on the
I mean, to be honest, you just saw a guy bail out into B. You might want to end A now.
Needs to start here and
Takas gets a freebie on someone running away. They're not even thinking about there being someone A, B main. Twisted Minds seem a bit shook, which makes sense. They're down 11-3.
No
Good
shot.
prediction on that.
He just fired it into the smoke and has forced them back off the angle. That's going to sell the idea that here Sikri in a good position, but hasn't managed to land.
Oh,
Exit
big from
once again,
exit.
Trying to be the hero
Good
they
crouch.
Need, I was going to say, he can only
didn't even
muster
use the
2.
Euro
That
ult.
should normally be enough. The spike, however, has been dropped to the deck.
10
Kellogg's
seconds.
is going to very quickly have to deal with that.
They don't know
Hassan,
which area
unfortunately,
is
stuck
free,
behind
really.
the wall, and they know it. They know
Yeah.
exactly where he is. A safe space
Another
to
wall,
plant.
providing
And a
insane
1v2
value. I mean,
needed for
Takas
San.
has had ridiculous value this game. All of the deadlock util and his shooting.
That wall. Not even help him out.
Twisted Minds can't do anything about it. Oh, the grab net. Oh. He got out the grab net.
Takas's wall falls, so he steps
NT.
in, sees the defuse,
Oh, he's hit him with a wide swing.
Surprising
Oh,
San,
Takas is
putting
cooking him.
12 on the board
Oh,
for
Takas is
Mandatory.
cooking him.
They have so many chances to close
If they're not
this
winning
out.
Lotus,
9
they're getting
in a row
2-0'd
lead
here.
For Twisted Minds on their map pick. This is not the start you were looking
Last time they
for.
played, by the way, Twisted Minds 2-0'd them.
No, there was so much opportunity in this round, but again, they've recovered.
But also,
once more,
Takas
and
wasn't
you can
played
see
very
the-
well. And
the
this game,
vibes
Takas and Kellogg's are both activated.
of that squad
But I'm
Pretty
surprised
much
that Twisted
right
Minds
now,
are not doing a good job
everybody-
of working around the deadlock.
performing exactly
It's not that
as
crazy.
needed.
Last time felt like a choke from
With
Mandatory.
9
I didn't watch it,
chances to close out a map that has been a
so I'll believe
scary
you.
place to go for any team in this tournament or before it. 12-1 since the beginning of July. The Twisted Minds looks like it's about to become 12-2 at the worst possible moment. And for Mandatory, we'll get to see what sort of surprises lay in wait on Abyss.
Coming into this series, you know, especially with how close it was last time, you did think that you're in for a game where anybody could take the cake. Mandatory weren't count. Oh,
Okay.
All right,
beautiful start.
sure.
A little taste of
Maybe that'll help.
medicine delivered by Jesse here. That's what you like to see. Yeah, you thought Mandatory, they could win. There's no doubt about it, but you didn't think it would look this dominant, and maybe it won't. Maybe Twisted Minds can make a generational comeback on their map pick in a moment where it matters more than ever for this organization, for these players.
Why is this 12-3? I was
Their
working.
run ended if they lose
Twisted
this
Minds did
series,
not
and
understand
losing
how to
their
play
map
against
pick
the
is
deadlock at
a
all.
step towards
30
that.
seconds left.
Takas and Kellogg's are frying.
Arm's being baited, but all of this
Actually,
is
everyone's
just a
frying,
ruse.
really.
They're trying to
On
pull
Mandatory.
rotations in Kellogg's in such a nasty
Twisted
position. I
Minds
think
leaving
he's
gaps
heard
all over the
turret
place on their
go
attack
down,
side
so
now as
he
well.
knows the sand is
Oh
there.
my, but I mean, look at
One bullet
that.
is all
Kellogg's
that's
is
needed.
just shooting.
Plant in, exit is hunting and should have a free kill. That's one. Looks for the
Ooh.
second. And what Jesse's there
Okay.
alongside him, they know
I
that
thought
Kellogg's
Exit
is
had
a
that.
little bit too far away. He would have to run this down. He would have to sprint in, and they are waiting on the angle. A
Okay.
step up
A
from
good round
Jesse.
from Jesse. Gets a wallbang kill to
But a
open,
long,
backs
long
up,
way to
finishes
go.
things off. But you need...
Yeah, it was a
That's
really, really
has to be
big
the
play.
first of 9 in a
Found the
row.
Start. Great prediction. But I think Zemo's going to stop going anywhere near that position now. It's his second time. He got shot in the back last time. Now there's a dude just standing waiting for him. He's got to be feeling hard done by those rotations. That's for sure.
He's gonna be like, you go first.
Yeah.
You go.
Someone else
They
run.
I'll
are
fight him
cooking
afterwards
them.
when I know where he is.
Screw your Killjoy utility. I'm staying C. You know, fair play. Or go the long way. Well, 8 in a row needed. Certainly is a big task. Full buy still in for Mandatory. As we said,
They're
a lot
dominating
more
rubble
to be
control,
done.
but
Twisted
that's
Minds
not really
shying
where
away from
Mandatory are
Bob
playing.
early
Mandatory
on.
are playing
There's
for
no
this
punishment on the sand, thank you.
Gravnet smoke. Like, you need to be playing Mound a little bit in front of the Gravnet and putting your Killjoy on the A side one of these rounds.
Still, plenty of investment here. for mandatory.
Play to contest the space that mandatory yeah, the mandatory are trying to take.
To be online and hit them where it hurts. So many combinations available to them. And then probably going to want to try and close out a little quicker, not allow even a semblance of hope.
Oh, and that should have been a kill for exit as well.
They weren't even ready to take that fight. Now getting into that terrifying post plant again, though. The spams of Jesse.
All right.
Sikri combining, they have an advantage.
Sikri catches the flank.
And the paranoia is going to get them control over Hobbit. The Nightfall is going to give them a lot of information. 3 versus 4 on the back foot. Now with Enzo down, it gets even worse.
Yeah,
Takas and Hip needed. It's left on
Surely.
Takas. He's been so reliable. Stunned
That's
up,
his
but
own
Sikri
stun.
Didn't jump up top. He can't
They
punish.
both got stunned.
Takas is given a moment. Defuse
Oh, what a nice.
time ticking. He's going to play
Oh, he's
with
playing that so well.
clock, running it
Oh
down.
my God, he's
Takas
absolutely
with the
cooking them.
peaks. He's pulling them
He's
off the
absolutely
spike again,
Oh
again.
my
And
God, he's played it
delivers
so
the
well.
death blow on Lotus.
Oh
For
God, he's
mandatory.
played it so well. That was
1-0.
beautiful from Takas.
They can say hip,
That was
hip,
beautiful
hip,
from
hooray.
Takas.
And as they look forward to Abyss, no doubt Twisted Minds will fear what's coming up next after the break.
I feels like Mitch just got paid to say something at the end there. Can you give me some React audio clips so I can make the egg/bird VTuber? Thank you for the sub. Thanks for the sub. Oh, thank you. A sub. Oh, it's happening. Oh, I'm cracking. I'm bursting. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? All right. Oh, look at me. I'm a pretty little bird. That's when I've come out of my egg, obviously. What else? What else? Oh, I can feel it. I'm nearly free. Just a couple more subs and we'll be there. I think I've given you enough. I think I've given you enough to work with. Oh, fuck me. What's wrong with me? All right, let's win this game. Okay, what's happened here? What's happened? So we turn 1 bursted down the Indeedee, but now the Hattereen's got Trick Room up and can use Expanding Force to basically destroy me. So this is where maybe we would have wanted the Hydreigon in the back. We could Terra Fairy, I guess. Does Fairy help? No, it does not. Do we have any... Actually, can we do /strong Psychic? Is that a thing? That is not a thing. What resists Psychic? Resistances Psychic. Fuck, that doesn't exist as well. Alright, well, all good. What resists Psychic? Does Dragon resist? Could we go into the Tatsu? I think we've got to sack the Talonflame, though, for a nice swap into the Tatsu. We're also not full HP, so we can't even get a Prio Dual Wing Beat off. I think we just die, I'm not going to lie. Expanding Force is a special attack move, isn't it? Well, let's just Flare Blitz the Hatterene and... Sludge Bomb the Hatterene as well. Yeah, I fear we just You get wiped by expanding force. I don't know what to do about that. How do we beat that? We can't stop the Trick Room from going up. And we're just getting one shot. Do we die in one shot this turn? Don't know. Do we order up? I don't even know. I think maybe we protect this turn. And then we... we've got to live once. At least. I think we order up to avoid recall damage just in case it matters. Oh, it did matter. Maybe. No, it didn't matter. Because we were faster, which means slower in Trick Room. Fuck my Chungus life. Big problem. Big problem. Terra Stella Muddy Water. We live because of Sash. Do we actually kill both of them this turn, though? No, because I think he just protects, doesn't he? Anyway, he's got another Pokemon in the back, so I mean, we're definitely not living. I'll tell you that. That didn't even kill the Ursaluna. Oh my god. I don't get how I'm supposed to beat this team. Because turn 1, you guarantee get protect up. Sorry. Turn 1, you guarantee get Trick Room up. So you have guaranteed Trick Room, Lead Hydreigon, and Talonflame. Okay. Okay, let me try. Hydreigon Snarl is insane against Indeedee Hatterene. Okay, let's go for a rematch. Let's go for a rematch. Hold on. Maybe this is doable. Cloudkey literally told you at the start. Oh, really? I wasn't paying any attention. What did he say, lead? Wait, what did he say, lead? I've literally forgotten already. Did he say Hydreigon and Talonflame? Wait, I have the wrong team? Okay. Forfeit that shit, bro. Okay. Go again, go again, go again. We're gonna learn this. We're gonna learn this. Where are they? I've forgotten what he said, though. Did he say Talonflame Hydreigon? So I'm supposed to... Tailwind Snarl? Did you say Talon Hydreigon? I forgot. I forgot.
If you really look on paper, pound by pound, pound for pound, but
if they have Indeedee Hatterene, Snarl, and switch the Talon,
so they don't have the luxury of prepping for the last 2 days, coming up with the stuff that they did.
And then what do I have in the back?
How Twisted Mind like to play, and I think we heard it from the
Let's
coaches.
put the Glamora
A lot
Dondo
of
in
what
there.
they managed to do on Lotus is because they had a really decent, solid game plan against Twisted Minds. So I'm not actually that worried.
I don't think that was all game plan. I think they had a decent game plan, but I think that Twisted Minds were not playing the standard they should be.
That's what I mean.
I think on Abyss they could reset, but let's be real, they played yesterday. It
Okay,
just
so
like a team
now
with
you've
that
led
experience of
Lilligant.
Playing back-to-back days, and then...
So now we're supposed to dual wing beat the Lilligant.
Why you're such a Debbie Downer? You look.
And
you
swap
like
the
Fat.
Talk
if this
into
was
the
like
Dondo.
Mandatory had won their own map pick, 13-4, I maybe copium a little bit.
Okay.
But I have to be realistic that like this is quite a bad position for Twisted Minds.
Okay,
Wait,
don't
hold
get me
on,
wrong.
hold on,
I don't
hold
think
on.
they want to be in this.
Dual wing beat the
No, I
Lilligant
don't
and
think it's all
Tailwind.
doom and gloom. I really don't. I also do think.
What do you think? How do you think they come back?
It was. I mean, on Lotus, their star
No,
players
some-
weren't really
yeah,
even
until-
shooting
Exit.
back. Like Exit.
But
really,
who else? Because we keep saying Exit.
Okay,
but
so
who
now there's a
else?
Big Ray
psychic
for me
surge.
Is, I know he's the IGL, but he has also been putting up silly
Yeah,
numbers.
I think for me, like, I think Water was talking about Sand, or Tag was talking about Sand.
Yeah.
Oh my
He's not
god,
been
you
the level
scum.
that I think that he's usually at this tournament.
He has
So I
been
think
a
The
he needs to-
psychic terrain
Yeah, I agree.
blocked
a little
the
bit
dual
flaccid
wing
from him.
beat.
Why are
Because
you
it's a
laughing? I don't
prio
mean
move.
like that. There are other
Is that?
meanings
Oh,
to these
okay.
words.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
But I don't. I think their star
I
players
thought
didn't really show up.
it would
I think,
die.
Abyss is again like we don't even know how
He
good
baited
mandatory
the,
on
they
Abyss.
baited
That's
the
true.
fuck
They
out of
fiassed,
me.
Like
They could
you
be.
never know.
Oh shit.
And I think again the fact that they are the team that are they're favored
Okay.
for a reason.
That's a problem.
And
That's a big
sometimes
problem.
you might want to preemptively think that you've won, so maybe you let your guard down a
Do
little
you think
bit.
Mandatory are doing that? I think Mandatory are the least likely team to let
What
their
is
guard
Solar
down.
Yeah,
Blade?
Minnie, there's only 2 of us here. We can't both be sat here dunking on
That's a
Twisted Mind.
grass
That's the problem. One of us has to
charge.
be good cop, and you chose
Okay.
bad. We didn't even have a chance.
No
to talk
charge
about
in
this, so if you
sunlight, so
default
it's
bad cop, I wanna
dude.
be good cop, you
It's
know?
insane. The
Yeah.
Solar Blade
Yeah.
can just.
Otherwise, it's gonna
Destroy
be
me,
just like us
too.
dunking on someone.
Oh
think
my!
that could
I'm
be
getting
good. I like
insanely
that idea.
outplayed.
No, I don't want that.
Unbelievably outplayed.
I mean, depends who it is actually. I mean, if this was like
Now
if
Trick
this is
Room's
another
up.
team, I'd be more comfortable
Another team.
dunking on. But I'm not. Look at him.
I know. What's he saying?
There's a little
What's he
guy.
saying?
There's a little.
That's the most hope.
I
oh,
can't
we don't-
dunk on
can't
little
see it.
bro in front of little bro. Well, we got a bit of a
Um,
spoiler there.
Fuck.
We will see Kellogg.
Flare Blitz, the
we will
Indeedy
see
Wave
we will-
Crash,
Orb smokes on.
Yeah.
Indeedy. I don't
it
know.
looks like Exit
Well,
is also
we're gonna
hovering
use Follow Me
Waylay as
anyway.
well.
I
This
really
is
like.
fun.
I really like.
Oh my god, that did no, that did
Like,
nothing.
was
That did
originally a
actually
duelist, but,
nothing.
like, I think he's better now. Like
That
because
did
he's just a
nothing.
better player at this moment. I think.
I'm getting
And so when he
fucked.
does
I'm
flex the
getting
duelist,
fucking
it's like
dominated.
he gets to show off a little bit.
Yeah, and
So
of course,
I quite like this from.
I'm looking at Exit's general
Uh,
agent pool. He certainly
Wave
never
Crash
played
in the
Waylay
sun?
this tournament.
I
He hasn't
don't
played the Waylay tournament
know.
before.
Yeah.
Didn't go super well, but if he does lock that in, that is
Oh,
not something that we
fuck.
can even predict what he's gonna do.
On the
I'm
attack
getting
side's gonna be quite
trolled, I'm
difficult
getting
for him because
trolled.
He doesn't have tons of support. He does have the paranoia recon.
Okay,
and maybe an
Indeedy's
Astra
now
Storm. Like,
dead.
traditionally, you see the Waylay either paired with the Yoru or.
I mean, we're
with
not winning this
Breach.
though. It's
Yeah.
not possible to win
And
this.
so he's gonna be living and dying by that
Fuck.
dash in.
Honestly, I'm not a biggest fan of solo Waylay, but I am a big fan of Astra. So I'm sort of torn here because, you know, if we go by the example we see from teams like DRX that basically spammed the hell out of this,
Yeah.
the Yoru Waylay has legs. The
Yeah.
solo Waylay,
Ah.
I think it's a bit of a...
I think you need the other initiators around it to.
We're gonna get
Yeah.
destroyed
make it
here.
work.
I agree. So does this make you feel better now you've seen Agent Select?
No, it makes me feel worse for Twisted Minds.
What, Minnie? Oh my goodness. All right. Honestly, anything can happen.
Oh,
on
we're
the server.
getting hit with
Anything
the
can happen
protect.
At Ascension, we've seen it
Oh
already.
man,
you know,
we're
these
just
players
getting
have
hard
proved,
red.
We're just.
I
not
feel like I'm
knowers.
getting stream
We're wrong
sniped. He's
about
in my
everything.
brain so much.
We were so confident for Twisted Minds, you know, coming into this. It felt like mandatory.
He's
gonna
just
be
inside
on the
my
back foot.
goddamn
But
head.
What's more impressive is, will Mitchman finally break his curse? Can he bring this one home for mandatory? Because none
I'm
of
getting
us are biased
solar
here, are we?
bladed. Dude, get me out of
You
here.
bring it.
Get me
Yeah,
out
it's
of
all
here.
on me now. It's all on
Get
me.
me out
I've
of
made
here,
my
bro.
moves.
You're
I've done the
prove-
best that I
you're
can.
gonna
I'm
prove
getting
everybody
fucking
wrong.
I can't
stomped
believe I've
into the
finally
dust.
proven everybody wrong. Now we're on to references. What do people get? But yeah, for mandatory,
As soon
it's a monumental
as
moment. They have
my
just decimated Twisted Minds on that first
dual
map.
wing beat got blocked
And
by
now
the
they're onto
psychic
their
surge, it was
You're
over.
gonna see that,
I
think a
forgot that
conversation
the
in last
psychic
map on the
terrain
desk, and even when we get into game, is the
blocked
fact that Twisted
prio
Minds on Abyss,
moves,
this is a
and
some
it
new
would
territory
activate
for
on
them.
switch
And one of
in.
the
I
things
didn't
that
even
seemed
think
the
about
hardest
that.
to play against when we look at champions was the
Oh,
Waylay Yoru
God.
on this map. It is so
love it.
bloody oppressive. I love the utility. I love the options.
Can you make
and
some
maybe
bird
Twisted Minds
noises?
won't by the
Mating
time-
calls if possible. Hold on. Fucking hell, why can't I do it? Why isn't it working? That's all you're
Double
getting.
control, might
That's
at
all
least
you're
give them
getting.
that little bit of additional delay.
That's all you're
Potential
getting.
in the retake. More importantly, they've managed to get the opener here. Sand catching out Takas on the aggression and leaves this defense very split.
He's not
In
even making the
fact,
VTuber, he's just getting a laugh. I mean,
looks
he's
like they might be taking a
then
pretty
he's
big
doing an
gamble.
incredible job of baiting me.
A minute 5 on the clock, and Twisted
Okay,
Minds,
what
so
happened?
they've got
Takas
themselves
went for a
control,
walk down
holding
mid,
holding A
and
push,
Twisted
holding
Minds
B
were just
push.
holding for it.
They were
Okay.
watching for everything. The assumption, obviously, is that Mandatory, being in this position, will overplay their hand. They're
I
a
think the
man down.
double
This is where you
smokes,
start to get aggressive,
solo
even more so.
waylay,
You see them on mid, and you try to get
with a
information
Cypher seems
elsewhere,
very
but this has
greedy
been
to have the
very good slow
Cypher
play.
and
I
the
see
Astra.
Kings coming in from the defensive
Feels
side,
tough
deep
to play
towards
on the
spawns
attack
and towards
side.
B.
Like,
They're
tough for the
cheating.
waylay
They-
to actually
I
get
don't
in.
know.
You don't have flashes for it to engage. You don't have a second duelist for it to ping pong off of. Seems very difficult
Is
on
the right
exit.
call, as they're about to find out. 30 seconds, not much time to go back either. Twisted Minds are running into the stack.
Let's exit to try and take that first point of contact, but look how many players are just here ready and waiting to.
Yeah, they're rocking him. They're
going in their
absolutely
favour.
rocking
Mikey's yet
him.
to
Mikey's
even reveal his position. In fact,
Mikey's not even needed.
at all.
He's just sat inside his
He's
smoke
just
doing nothing.
Sat there. He gets a load of assists thanks to the smoke that he was sat in. Other than that, it made no difference to the route whatsoever, but it was his teammates on the back of
Yeah,
it
I'll be watching Envy's match tomorrow, yeah.
that just run riot as they try and make their way through.
As you said, it was a pretty big...
Kellogg's is popping
It was a
off
pretty big
every time
gamble.
they win a round.
That's 3 pistol rounds now. We've seen Kellogg's on his feet, getting that injection of adrenaline to start out.
Yeah, it
each
feels
half.
really difficult to play on the
For
attack side.
Mandatory,
The
a
Twisted Minds
1-0
comp.
start. Twisted Minds, indeed, probably giving them a 2-0. As the classics are brought to bear on this attack side. And really, I think, Tom, with 4 rounds on their map pick, you have to look at this and think what they need to
Didn't
find
even
success early on. You can't see like a 5,
find a
6-0
trip or anything.
scoreline develop, or
Takas,
it's gonna be very
Takas.
hard to bounce
No
back.
need to feed though, buddy.
The devastating thing
You
is,
died on the
like,
pistol.
a lot of the time you might look around like that and go,
And
oh, yeah,
you
they
feed.
must have had a hard read on us.
Nope, he's got it. He's got it.
Gamble.
There is no data, like literally none, unless across all
Whoop.
maps they just
Hello.
have the default back to B,
Yeah,
which
sure.
they don't. So it's just madness, and you've got to just feel like your opponent is almost in your head, or you're making mistakes that you're actually not making. So
Takas is going full
gonna be
walkabouts
difficult.
into spawn.
these early
I don't
starts have definitely
really
helped
like
out
this.
Mandatory as well. It gave little to no wiggle room. I believe they won both pistols in the last map as well. So it's been a rough time for Twisted Minds, and
Hip's got some grey in his hair these days.
to really see anything that's
My turn 1 play
suggesting
only worked if I
otherwise,
kill
they're taking
Hydreigon.
back towards
Indeed,
a
Illy is a pretty terrible positioning and only
full
works if I
setup is,
since I
and
get a
just look how
Pokemon lead.
far Takas
Side
has
spam's a
gone
very
up. That's
linear
why they're
playstyle,
rotating.
and if they
He
lead with
is already
Lilligan, odds
basically
are
in
their
their
expanding
form.
Force user is left behind. So tearing Hydreigon is low
Well, the
risk.
Trips got one.
Either I
Timo
lose
gonna
Illigant
have a
to
good time,
Talonflame or leave a
anyone
Terra
on Twisted
Ghost
Minds, a
Hydreigon
flawless round.
unopposed.
And you know, with the
But why am I
classics, sure, you're
Terra
not gonna do a lot
Ghosting?
of damage, but anything here would have been valuable with Mandatory going for a big investment. It was with 3 Bulldogs.
What is the point of the
an
Terra
Outlaw,
Ghost?
And that Ares, and they get all of those weapons.
Because your
carried through to
Lilligant
the
can
next
hit me
round.
with a
It's
fighting
very
attack.
valuable
Right,
defensive
yeah,
side
to
as they
dodge
now
the
come
close
in
combat.
to what was, at least in the first
I
half
see,
of
I
the
see.
previous map, it was a 3-0 start because of pretty much the same scenario.
He's got a waylay trip. That's why that's up there. And try and catch the player dashing above. We'll see if that ends up being an issue for Exit.
Okay,
He was
we're learning.
fairly well
We're
shut
slowly
down
learning.
in the previous map. And this is the trouble. Right? With this double duelist, especially, you know the attack's going to be good. You know the set plays on the attack are always going to be tough to play against with the double dive. But it allows
good.
for aggression on either side of the map. You had the early peek into middle, and
They
then
are so
somewhat
slow
ridiculous push
in terms of
already
their
from Takas.
defaulting
Like,
here.
He has just taken over
Because
full
they
B
like
control.
need a
Now,
pick
sure,
in order to
they're
go
taking the weight in,
forwards.
but the rest of the team
This
can
is
now gamble
crazy
a
though
little
from
bit more
Takas.
on,
Takas
okay,
is
how are we gonna play around
trying to
mid?
give
We've
them a
got the Cypher set
5v4
up on the other
in
side
these
of the
rounds.
map. And I think they're probably sat there on even on the defense right now and going, well, where are they? It's been almost a
Enzo
minute,
is only using the
and
Ares
they
over
have
the
taken
Odin.
no map control.
Take flight.
Well, the drone sent out, at least gonna catch Takas.
He's able to get out, but now he's used almost all of his util.
Playing towards that backside exit on his way through. Refract on
Team paranoia, caught by the saturate. Has to rewind.
On the site, given back to mandatory with the smoke.
It's just so difficult to take control and space with a solo Wele. Look how awkward this is for Exit. He's wondering if he's going to get swung. Oh wow, the flash as well. And that's the thing that Twisted Minds are completely missing.
Look how much success they've had. 15 seconds, no chance.
They're getting comp diffed at the moment. They are genuinely getting comp diffed.
But there's so many rifles being retrieved and even bodies being sprayed.
God,
slow Twisted Minds default or velocity no default.
They still had the likes of an Ares. You sort of mentioned it. There was a lot of mixed weapons.
The Twisted Mind default would be fine if they then had a way to exec lay bound.
It might be early, but I want to see a pause already from Twisted Minds. Like, this has just been an absolute blitz of a round. And
cooking him on the wide swing as well. Exit kind of dodged the flash.
A few players where I
just wasn't expecting him to swing out that wide.
Teammates. And Takaz is one of them that I think is one of the best. Think about back to him and Natong. Like, that duo on the old mates roster was just filthy. Like, they would have these setups where you would have Bayaz sat somewhere on the map, basically in spawn with a stun, just like, where do you need the stun? And just fire it off. And then you had just the synergy that Takaz had with his fellow duelist in that case.
I'm afraid
here it is Kellogg's.
It's feeling over already. It isn't, but
players completely
feels like it.
Two of the freest kills he's ever going to get.
You know, one of the things that I look at this for Twisted Minds, they got to choose where they start. They chose the attack side, but running into these blockades this quickly is a major panic sign, because I think when you haven't played the map in officials,
but also,
it's so much harder to then go to your
so what do you
B
even
plan,
know
your
at this
C plan,
point?
your D
What you
plan.
know
None of
is
those
it's really
protocols
difficult for us to hit B.
developed and
What you also know
fleshed
is
out as
Takas is trying to
well
push
as you would
into
usually on pretty much
extended
any other
positions
map.
constantly.
And so here
So I
the
think
early
if they
lineup makes
run their
even
slow
more sense.
default
I
stuff
couldn't agree more. Like,
a
3-0
little
down,
further
I've
forwards
criticized
so that they
coaches. I'm sorry,
catch
Tibbs. I've
Takas,
done it before.
they
I think
might
it's a
be
very
able to
early time to call
make it work in
but
a
that's because normally you
4v5.
have these, like, first couple rounds
But like, you have to be able to see
Here
this
I
area of the
understand that
map,
the plan needs
and you have to be able to catch Takas if he tucks into like here or here, and if he pushes out here or tucks this corner. You need to kill Takas if he goes into these kind of spots.
Which is important because it means 2 flawlesses in a row gives mandatory also a huge
I haven't.
benefit when it comes to the economy.
He's immediately fallen off the map. Well, that's a big advantage for Twisted Minds.
Takas is here somewhere. Already dive above, a nice amount of damage.
Good coverage. Good coverage from Zemo. And they TP in on top of B. Hold on, they're actually taking space. I didn't read the copy paster. I didn't see anyone send it to me.
But now he's gone. Are they able to recover?
Yeah, I have 2 different sweaters in my BR.
3-0 up curse, man. It's always a 3-1 in response. Twisted Minds, they need that to be the case. 2 rifles to work with. I was going to say still that buggy, but that has quickly faded away. And the smoke in main now going to put some pressure on. But Jesse delivering onto Enzo's, taking the numbers into their favor. I must wait a moment. The defusal spotted to not be being stuck, so they've got a little bit more time to play with here already.
Who's trying to body block? Oh my god, he did body block. All good though.
Spray from Sand is good. Comes in.
If Kellogg's was with them,
well, he's grabbed them around as a result.
He wants to die. Doesn't want the outlaw.
For a moment. The Twisted Minds not going to let this one slip too far.
Yeah, I was going to say, up until this round, the first 3, it looked like they were playing kind of scared. Like, sitting back in the spawn, waiting for aggression, waiting for their opponent to make a move. This round was completely different, which I do think...
Yeah, Hated Fate needed to send me the Uwu a couple past.
You're not gambling very much, so you're going to take more risks. But I want to see Twisted Minds do that more. That's what I've enjoyed about this team. They're
Smoking
very
Menace and the bomb is with there. Yeah, I think so. But I think what they might be thinking is that you want to be getting kills as the diffusers onto whoever's challenging you as they go for the pull. But yeah, usually you want to be smoking Spike. Well, they picked Takas. That's good. And now you can maybe punish Mikey.
So is Mikey. Thankfully, TP's
Alright,
across,
so Twisted Minds with actually 2 pretty good rounds coming out of this.
Where they had that first full buy
the previous engage from exit and then having, who was it, Zemo cover his back. That was pretty nice to be able to get the pick onto Takas. And now they get another pick on Takas.
Isolated, and they punished him for it.
So
and then got
he's already got 3 first deaths in 5 rounds.
In the post plan. This time around,
might even have 4, but I think he has 3.
To say, okay, they're going to push now. They're going to get aggressive. I love that. This is a great read.
It is a win con for them.
It matters where it goes. In fact,
Drone didn't see anything. He saturated himself.
Now he knows that they're ready for those dashes.
Hey, that was the idea. Try and catch him. Kellogg's instead.
Oh, wow. Kellogg's is frying them.
And now the spam has found another. Sikri trying his best.
Good run from Sikri. Here comes the flank, though, from Mikey.
Spike not planted and a flank coming in from Mikey. It leaves it all down to Zemo.
I have the spike.
He's definitely not had the greatest of performances so far this tournament. They need him to show up in this round.
Yeah, Karateka, it's a terrible format.
Low HP on Hip. That pick before they could group up would have been so valuable. Hip, if he goes up top too early here, this could be very dangerous. He's got to sink it with
I don't think Zemo even saw him.
But the head peak angle's good enough to catch Zemo falling back. He all picked up the defuse.
Unfortunate.
Secured.
That round is a straight up 5v4 that they just hit into the site and get cooked by a flank.
Reset back to that loss. The 3-round gap maintained.
That's
Ridiculous shots from Kellogg's.
Disgusting. Just as the smoke was about to bloom, maybe a little bit risky on the attempt on the third one, running through the smoke, but hey.
The coaches don't look angry today. They look a little, I don't know.
And well, across the board, that has been the case thus far. Still
out of it.
Purchase, and a lot of
a little down
for that attack side. Still a possibility of a response. I'm looking at that convergence path as some real potential, especially with
they're hard fighting again. What in the fuck? Exit is just going directly up and directly down. This is chaos, completely chaos. And Enzo's stuck as well. Why are MDR, why are Mandatory trying to hard push out B when anchoring B was winning them the first 4 rounds in a row? Or first 3 rounds in a row.
Numbers kept in favor for Twisted Minds, with the neural theft sent out. Hip, he's looking for a kill. He's looking for a fight, a risk taken here. He baits them in, but it's Jesse to take him out before.
Very risky, but I guess what you're going to do in a
Kellogg's miles away and off in a 1v3 retake. He doesn't want to risk it.
Why are they hard pushing B main when it's not working? Plays exactly into mandatory into Twisted Mind's plan, which is to hold super passive defaults.
It's clearly a plan.
And they're winning the B anchoring anyway. Why would they run the exact strat that loses?
And although the utility landed, it was the paranoia forced all of them back.
Good morning, Foster. Good morning.
Ended up not connecting.
Good evening for me, but good morning for you.
Twisted Minds have been waiting outside of that position. I think it needs to be a different style of play for Mandatory, because the fact is, those are the only 2 rounds that have actually gone Twisted Minds' way. Every time they have pushed in towards that B side, every time they have tried
Tom's on it.
to take that all-in fight, those are the rounds that they have lost.
Because the passive defaults are really boring. I mean, that might be
that
might be true. Yes, please do retire that plan.
Perfection seems a few stretches too
You've
far
got
away.
such good retake ultimates this round as well. Kellogg's and Enzo with Dimensional Drift, Hunter's Fury. Takas can slow people as well. Oh my god, he's so deep. There's no way. Oh my god, he's fully out. Okay, this time, the reason why they're playing fully, like, pushed up and then off B is because they were triple stacking A main. But they've got great B retake ults. So I think they're fine. Alright, here comes the Yoru ult. Here comes the Sova ult off the back of it, surely. Hello, Sova ult. Hello. Oh my god, he went for it. Sova ult didn't actually target the player that Kellogg's was sat in their lap.
From Kellogg's himself. They still have a Hunter's Fury on the other side, though.
Takas still wins that. Don't know how. I would literally never win that.
To bait it out. Try and bait out the ultimate, but it's not being used. I think Sikri realizing, okay, there's too many players on the other side. We need to at least get a frag or 2 before that becomes valuable.
Last
now
one.
He's gone all together. No chance for Zemo.
Good retake.
Well, those ultimates used wonderfully for the side of Mandatory. They will get themselves.
Exit's having a really tough half. He's 1 and 7 because he's just got no support. It's almost impossible for you to get a good entry on Abyss playing solo Waylay with 2 smokes and a Cypher. Solo Waylay, solo Initiator. Miserable.
He was one of the scariest players in the world. I still remember, I think there was a clip.
Oh, this is the copy pasta?
Pearl.
Alright, we'll have a look at that in a sec. Oh, fuck.
Everybody.
We'll look at it in the...
plays I've ever seen. But when he wasn't confident, he was off the deep end. Well, it seems like they've managed to find that balance a little bit more within this team.
Kellogg's
and he's just
got darted.
Risks, but they're paying off every single time.
Oh, man. Exit just got team paranoid.
And that's already, well, the major danger man gone.
Dude, this guy was your hard carry in the previous match. And you are giving him no help, in fact, negative help in some of these rounds.
Against that spam in towards A main.
Bruh.
Looking elsewhere. Zemo has already given himself away. That operator still chiming in for a couple of kills. He's going aggressive. Look at where Kellogg's is.
He's
up against an ego. He's gone running it down, and this is what you said, Tom, about confidence for this guy. In each pistol round,
well,
we cut to the cam, mandatory winning.
Twisted Minds have got rifles back, but they need to start winning. They need to start winning, and I don't really have a good idea for them. I mean, they have double smokes, so they should be playing through mid a lot more. They should be, you know, trying to double smoke up here, recon on the sky.
And we didn't want to see that
trying to take some mid control, break the A connector, threaten that, threaten a B split, like do some stuff in mid. Play a 1-3-1. Go 4-1 through mid.
Under a lot of pressure. They could need that moment to chat with the coaching staff. But it's called in here. 6-2 down after a dominant map 1. Mandatory are putting the pressure on, bringing the heat against Twisted Minds in map 2, and you can see that it's getting to that attacking side.
Referee fan cam? You could make a good referee fan cam.
Play that we've seen from the Waylay for exit, and I think that might be part of the reason for the pause. Like, if this guy's going to be diving into sites and trying to take the space, if there's no response every single time, it's just not enough. And
this is the copy pasta as a song if you are interested. I don't think I am interested. I don't want to listen to that. I really don't want to listen to that.
Versus 1 in opening duels in the first half on their attack.
He did have 20 kills, so that'll make sense.
Now he's 1-8 in just duels, period. Starting out this map, this is a completely different attack side from the man.
But this is also not on exit.
For that Lotus victory, who put 31 kills on the board.
Fucking nightmare to entry when you're playing this kind of style that Twisted Minds are playing. You gotta go and take some mid control. You have to. You have to.
Back to back at times. And look at them now. Twisted Minds struggling. This
okay, double smokes in mid.
I mean, they've got to come up
Please
with
don't do something aggro again.
Lightning in a bottle.
Oh my god. Break the goddamn recon. You know that play. You know that play.
Straight after a pause.
People have been doing it for 1,000 years.
That was something that Mandatory were waiting to throw in. There's the second layer.
I guess it was comboed with Kellogg's flash actually, so it is a bit difficult to break the recon.
A few hits, a few missed shots or red zone.
They're not really taking mid though, are they? They've been bullied away from mid. You've still got so many smokes. You've got so many smokes.
1 to 50 ratio.
You can still re-smoke.
Maybe when
you don't have to leave mid completely. I mean, they've just gained no control.
I've got some lineups. I might not be Brock, but you know.
Kellogg's is getting posted on the line. They're walking up Enzo. Where is Enzo going with an Odin, by the way? Where is Blood going? He's flanking with an Odin before they've even exegged.
This is Enzo deep with the play on the Odin. You don't see that every day. Kellogg's waiting on the other side. Pressure put on here. Exit. Going to put him in the dirt. Finally, we see Kellogg's fall at the
I'm not sure about that flank, but the Taka's flank is a bit better. I'm not sure about that flash either from Kellogg's.
Have a safe fallback. No part of the map to play with right now, and they've got to fight for it tooth and nail if they want have any kind of foothold. It looks like they'll just sit down on the site, and this could work out if Zemo can find value in this smoke.
Yeah, there's only a few places they can be though, and that's the
TP?
thing. It's been figured out.
But they're not clearing the smoke.
One player's gone brown.
Oh god. Mikey just went fully over. Oh, and Zemo kills them both. Takas on the flank. Whoa, what a round from Zemo. What a round from Zemo. 2 inside the smoke and then a big 1v1 kill on low HP.
A third round for Twisted and a desperately needed one.
Yeah, he might not have won that 1v2 earlier, but here by a fraction of HP, 5 health.
I don't know why
left in his
Mandatory had
He's
such a
delivered
good
a
game
shot
plan
that
on
may
B
just
and then changed it
turn the
completely.
tide in their favor. I love to see that as well. That same energy
So
being
determined
brought
to
in
do
their
aggro
room.
stuff at the
He's
start
on
of the
his
rounds
feet,
against a
hyping
team
up the boys.
that is literally
3
just
rounds
holding.
on the board. Hell, this is what they managed in the first half of Lotus. And a chance for
Okay,
much
come on,
more with
Twisted
3
Minds.
left
A
to
bit
play
of
for.
mid control, bit of mid
Those are the
pressure.
sort of rounds that can change a match.
Kellogg's is full walking up
They've been
again.
waiting for this peak almost every single time. It's
What
an
are
impossible
you
angle for
guys
Kellogg's to check,
doing?
and
I don't.
Has worked out wonderfully. in the
Surely
offense.
you
This
know
has been what they've
that these
expected.
motherfuckers are holding
It's
the most strict
aggressive
passive
stance on being
default
an
at the start
asset.
of these
It's been a
rounds.
failure. Every
Surely,
time
you
Mandatory
must
has
know
tried
this.
a really deep
And he's just
deep
walking
push.
into it.
They have died. They still keep going for it.
What?
Double back will now head in towards the A site, where they've definitely had a much tougher time.
And they're the
Set
team
up
winning,
the
by the way,
retakes
chat. They're the team
caused
winning.
them quite a lot of issues.
Every time it has been a failure of the round, like you said, when they push up. This time,
Recon bolt
well, it is towards the
broken,
A
so
side.
no
Twisted Minds
easy
were
kills
taking
for
B. They were
Enzo.
capitalizing on the space. Now they
Still
push
gonna
into a side
spam.
where there's
That
a
is
nasty
disgusting.
spam coming in from Enzo.
Look at that. That is
Shotgun fire.
vile.
Another attempt to delete a planter, and it's going to be the drone now sent through. A tag here could be deadly, but it
Tag
wasn't
could have
found.
killed Sand for
Sand
sure.
almost picking him off. It's Mikey that goes down, and
Nice
Jesse
push from
the
Jesse,
rope
actually.
has
Smoke in
managed to
heaven,
bring this back
and then pushing
to a
into it.
3v2
Hinder caught
advantage.
onto Sand, but they're not going to be able to get the kill.
Lines and caught reloading. Takas falls. The attack side back on the board. They burn through.
Doesn't
both of
help
their
that Kellogg's
bosses
fed,
early on
but I think Jesse
on a
won them
miss,
the
but
round by
it
applying that
seems
pressure to
like
Enzo with
it
the
was
smoke and
worth
the
it.
push
They
up the
course
rope.
correct to what could be a 6-6 half.
I think a lot of what was probably talked about by the coaching staff was much more of a personal thing than a play style thing. Because they're still doing those same holds, grouping up and then going for the execution.
Okay,
but you're just starting to see
please
some of
don't
those players
feed at
come
the start
back
of the
into
round.
game. Jesse
Mandatory,
climbing up that
please.
board. And pressure beginning to be put onto Mandatory. They were
Takas has a
2 up in the lead,
nice
but
ult to be able to retake.
it's
Last
hard.
time they
It's
had
definitely not over
the Cosmic
just yet.
Divide,
Another
they just
aggressive
ulted like
push.
this and took B.
And the site
They're doing
set
the
up
same
for
round
B.
again. You won the retake last
Will
time.
be the full retake. However, that was the better.
Now, last time they had
setup.
Silver ult and Euro ult as well as the Waylay ult, though.
He stuck it.
Oh my god.
Like
He's
straight to the
completely
spawn
stuck
there.
it.
They're clearing.
And Sand's not
Somebody's
going to hear him.
behind that Cosmic Divide.
Ooh, and they're baiting for it. They're baiting for it.
This could be dangerous. It all
Mikey,
comes down to
he
Sand.
gets one for free,
Catch him off or
but he's
not.
gonna
Now
die.
he has the information. A free pick for him. Look,
Waylay
many
ult?
players grouping up with Jesse down. They know where Sand is, looking to put the pressure on. Sand finds another, delaying this wrap around.
Oh.
The spam
God.
catches him.
Sand played that
It's
beautifully, but
nasty
I don't know.
from
He's just not
Enzo.
ready for that kind of
In a
shit.
2 versus 3. Twisted
Can
Minds
exit
have
find
this
some
fight,
value?
But this time has not been ticking.
Pull
Not
used
quite quick
early.
enough for them with Steam. Oh, he's
Good
got
shot.
one on the side, a foothold, and it's doubled down on.
Nice.
Hip
Okay.
left to do it all, and now it should be too far.
This was
gone.
actually a
Indeed, it
pretty
is to
decent round
save
from
the
both
only
teams.
remaining option.
Twisted
What a
Minds realizing that they had
climb
to kind of go
back
aggro
from
because so many
Twisted
people were heavy
Minds.
on the
It felt
flank.
like they were holding onto a cliff's edge by their fingernails, but they are pulling
Did he need to
themselves
die
up
there?
slowly but
I guess he was
surely.
trying to live by throwing himself
I
off the
think
map.
For a couple of the players, it was a solid reaction. They get boxed in.
But yeah, some really big shots hit there by Twisted Mind.
To hold on as long as he did. If he
That
goes
one,
down without a fight,
really
round is
clean from
over.
Zemo.
But while he's doing that, Zemo is adjusting into position.
But the time
with
was
Exit.
already
Got
in a horrible
aggressive.
spot at that point.
They knew they were flanked. They knew they were screwed from the back line.
Mandatory have really let this one slip. They looked completely in control at the start.
Boxing them in completely. Good mid-rounding.
They've been doing a bit better since they've been
Now a chance to
mid-defaulting.
level things up. A couple of rounds ago, before that
Double
pause,
smoke,
I had
recon in the
absolutely
sky,
no belief we could find
go and take
ourselves level
mid.
at the half, but
Pull some of the
Coming in with a
defenders away
Hunter's
from the
Fury.
site. Notice that the last few rounds where they've been
Decent
execing
fight.
B, there's only been like one player on the
momentum in
site
their
max.
sails.
That's because they're doing more of their mid-defaulting to begin. And for some reason, Mandatory are really cautious about A main. They've been putting like 3 people here a lot of the rounds. I'm not exactly sure why.
Needed a big comeback.
Because Twisted
Same
Minds
old
have
story
wanted to
from
end
Lotus,
B
but
mostly.
Thankfully, this is a different chapter in this best of 3. 6-6 half will help them out. It looks like a new strat moving towards this A trip, breaking it and blitzing in, putting Hip under an enormous amount of pressure. he can be swung on very quickly here. Inside the smoke for now, as Hunter's Fury is going to be fired through from Enzo. It's into the choke.
Wow.
A lot of players, but Hip is caught. The sight is lost. Takas makes it costly for the other side.
Brought it back.
30 seconds
X is
left.
still getting aggressive though.
Oh,
Takas has been caught a couple of times from this.
Can they swing off the drone?
Position, and in fact falls back.
Really nice from exit here. Should be able to get the pick. Oh, they're not ready for Kellogg's though. Kellogg's has got a free kill. Strange, very strange. And Mikey's on the flank. Mikey's flanks were devastating for Twisted Minds in previous rounds. Still haven't broken the cam though.
Into his teammates.
I mean, he's harassing them though. He's playing this quite nicely because he is just straight up harassing them. Sand's got to hit everything.
Even still though, he's managed to turn this.
Oh, what? Oh, the audio bait. Oh, that was so well played by Sand. But
I don't know how he survives this round, but
Mikey played it even better, I guess.
Yeah, really nice.
I really like the sound bait there to make it feel like he was swinging and fighting the defuse.
But ends up closing it out anyways with a lead for
Okay,
Mandatory.
last couple of rounds there were quite nice from both teams, but there was some serious throwing going on early on. But both teams kind of warmed into it.
Let's see if they can take us to map 3 after the break.
Okay, let's have a look at this Reddit copy pasta. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Nuzzles. How are you? Pounces on you. You're so warm. Notices you have a bulge. Someone's happy. Nuzzles your necky wecky. Murr. Rubs your bulgy wolgy. You're so big. Rubbies more on your bulgy wolgy. It doesn't stop growing. Kisses you and licks your neck. Daddy likes. Ugh. Nuzzle wuzzle. I hope Daddy likes. Wiggles butt and squirms. I want to see your big daddy meat. Wiggles butt. I have a whittle itch. Wags tails. Can you please get my itch? Puts paws on your chest. Yeah, it's a 7-inch itch. Rubs your chest. Can you please? Squirms. Pretty please. I need to be punished. Runs paws down your chest and bites lip. I need to be punished really good. Paws on your bulge as I lick my lips. I'm getting thirsty. I could go for some milk. Unbuttons your pants as my eyes glow. You smell so musky. Licks shaft. So musky. I can't read this. Drools all over your cork. Your daddy meat I like, Mr. Fuzzy Balls, puts snout on balls and inhales deeply. Oh my god, I'm so hard, rubbies your bulgy wolgy, licks balls, punish me daddy, nya, squirms more and wiggles butt. 9/11? 9/11 was an inside job, why is that in there? Why the fuck is that in there? Goodness, bites lip. Please punish me, licks lips. Yeah, suckles on your tip. So good. Lip licks pre off your cock. Salty goodness. Eyes roll back and goes balls deep.
Over on Lotus, where Twisted Minds look down and out.
I feel like you say they're the least risk-taking players. That's what the stat was saying. But it's also hard to take the opening duel when you have Takas.
I'm sorry. I agreed to read it without knowing what it was. I apologize.
But this is, yeah, this is the side where...
I'm sorry. I didn't know how bad it was when I agreed to read it. I thought it was just the uwu copy pasta from my chat.
A 3-man layered defensive hold.
Oh my god.
The rest of the players basically just
Rendok, Zinnius, thank you for the primes.
Eventually, they've had to give up on it.
Mortiray, thank you for the 200 bits. I will pay you to go back in time and not do that.
I will pay you to go back in time and not do that.
I can't undo it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mandatory.
Blame hated fate.
Looks set to take this site, but look how many are here from Twisted Minds. This is definitely the expected hit. Sentinel, utility, and 3 players.
Did I just listen to?
I'm sorry, Betty. Yeah, I'm sorry.
They have no read on how many more are here. Hold on, maybe they do.
What is going on here?
Out exit, and he will send him out of the round eventually.
They eventually got him. Zemo. They let him reload.
Left to do it
Oh my god.
It could have been a bit more of a bite-sized situation.
Oh, it's not looking good out there.
2 players down, both
I thought
50 or
Zemo
lower.
had it. Zemo had come up so clutch for them in big rounds. Jesse. That's a good blind. No, it wasn't. Oh, he still just hits him. That's sick. That's sick.
I would say almost. Well, from a 6-2 lead, this is looking like a very different story.
This is looking incredibly different.
Well, I would say almost exactly.
Mandatory let their foot off the gas and started inting, and Twisted Minds have run with it.
Sen have let go of Bang, Mr. Show.
Some hero plays, some individual
Yeah, definitely. Very expected move.
And they should be level.
If they officially let go of any of the others, then it'll be news.
Bro said I can't read this and then followed up with Lick's shaft.
But don't you agree? Like, I think I can't actually read that. I think it might be illegal for me to be reading that.
So you can stick around for quite a while, and that's going to be a danger or Mandatory, although it looks like a smoke has sent him backwards. A wise call.
Like, I think that's reasonable for me to proofread that and be like, I don't think I can do that.
The players really heard your pasto and lost brain cells resulting in mud gameplay. They spawned 3
There's one already seen. Nice shot too. And he can just tuck in now. That's the information.
I don't think I've had an impact on the players. I sure hope they won't look at me doing that.
I like that. You see Sand coming to help him out. Make sure he gets.
Yeah, I lost a bet. I lost a bet.
And they can just go back into the site that they know is secure thanks to the Sentinel util.
It was because I failed to 1v2 some gold players.
Oh. Timer ticking.
10 seconds left.
It really is getting low. Any chance of a plant? Seemingly dissipating.
They got it. They got the plant. They got the plant.
Twisted for the next round, but going into
that's kind of fine.
Likely be their first proper buy. And now, okay, sure, there's only a sheriff on him. I wonder if he'll upgrade. If he does, he buys straight.
This is what GCHQ is for.
Sold. We'll wait a second, but if he does come in with a
shutting people like me down,
this buy definitely has some legs to it.
I mean, even without, I think for Twisted Minds, you know, we've seen from Mandatory a lot where they buy up the 4
someone I know.
Weapons. Everyone's coming in armed.
Actually, maybe I shouldn't
Twisted
say
Minds
that.
Had that little bit of extra wiggle room, I suppose. They could have lost a player and not felt too bad.
Yeah, I suppose I shouldn't say that actually.
Not needing to invest very much, still being able to trade blow.
Never mind, chat.
And then having a lot of credits stacked up on Sikri if they want that early operator.
What do you think of the attack side Odin in the first
1v1 me in Valorant, and if you lose, you have to go back in time and undo whatever you just did. How do you want me to practically? How do you want me to practically do that?
Do you reckon it's almost solely for post plant?
I'd imagine so.
Like, I mean, just to be able to spam onto the spike once.
Some posted a video why I'm quitting pro 2 hours ago. And have we got a TLDR?
A lot harder to use on this map in general, and also on the attack side than you do on the defense. It's a curious investment, but I guess just speaks to the confidence. I'm not one to doubt Enzo.
I was about to say it's called the Enzo Odin, not the Mitch Odin. So we'll see.
Thanks for that, Tom.
A mass lobotomy.
Maybe he, you know, I've got.
That might help.
This, Mitch.
It might help.
Actually, I don't care.
We could all just hit ourselves with rocks until we lose the memory of what we just did today.
But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe Enzo can do that himself. Already into the site is Takas, but it is going to be the Odin to get the opener. A decent start, and they don't even know that Takas is here. He took the space, but just played as the snake in the grass. Mikey,
Mandatory making sure that they clean up pretty easy on the anti-bonus.
Planted. unless Sand can pull off an incredible retake.
I know that the Odin is super good in the post plant on B.
Very good start.
I don't think the Odin's great here, but I guess if you planted for Heaven,
Yeah, he fell off
it
the
could
map.
be. Oh, Kellogg's fell off the map. So this is a 1v4?
This is now looking very scary.
I think he just fell.
It was a 1v4,
I thought
and one of the players fell off the
The
map.
one thing I can tell you for sure is that Andy's going to give us a replay.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a replay on that.
so.
We're
Never
gonna
misses
get a
an
replay on that.
This is like where he's gone for coffee break real quick.
Jarvis,
Wait,
He was too busy making
Clone the
slow-mo,
RFK brainwave.
open a shot.
plug it in.
As I said, phenomenal weapon. The Odin for the attack side. Love it. Never doubted it for a moment.
Yeah, he just fell off the map.
Yeah, he just steps off.
He just stepped off the map. He just fell off the map. He just fell off the map.
Was that the fake out? Like,
decoy or
in
like,
my
He
mind,
just
it's
fell
like,
off the
yeah,
map.
Okay, that must have been the decoy, and then I see him dying.
Actual difference between tier 1 and tier 2 is falling off the map. It is crazy.
Oh, unlucky.
Well, mistakes happen. And,
I mean, how have you
was
managed to
around
do
where
that?
They would have been hoping to really build up the economy instead. Immediate use of the
Ulting, but not
convergence
off the
path.
drone. You
But it's a
drone and
retake
you
setup.
see a bunch of players here, but you still ult
We
the
found an
site.
exit. That's a great start.
A phenomenal opening. Will they catch the reveal that's just gone up towards the back of the side? They did as well.
And so it doesn't hit anyone on Twisted Minds, and they're able to get back in pretty easily. What a shot!
He wants a bit more, and he gets it. He's going in for more again.
Crazy movement.
And again, someone stop the man.
Enemy remains.
He's not going to dash at them with an off. He's not going to do it. He has. He's going crazy out here.
He's overheating like
landing.
fuck.
But hell, he survived
All right.
somehow. That was ludicrous.
I think
Very
that might
silly
be the
round.
greatest
Very
quick
silly
montage
round.
I've ever seen. Like, just in the fact that everything looked like it was about to be cool, and then he doesn't hit any of the shots. But he definitely worked as a wonderful distraction for his teammates, who were able to swing it and take the fight afterwards. Nonetheless, he's not going to care. And we spoke about the confidence of a duelist. Kellogg's maybe having his knocked a little bit by falling
Whiffed
off
their
the map
Waylay
and
ult round.
exit. Definitely starting
Next
to build.
rifle round, they should have Yoru ults overall. They need to make sure they don't
8-8.
waste
From
Ensos this
6-2
round.
down, they've managed
Maybe
to
get an orb
respond
onto Kellogg's.
and put the economy of mandatory back to
Focus on
basics.
what's
It's hit
important.
with a Cypher Stinger.
No, they're going to do
the
a set
one
strat A
non-hit.
split.
They've made it through.
Wow, how did that
Closed
hit?
in the distance, but Sikri not going to be too caught off guard by that. The comms
Kellogg's
could,
can
of course, you
actually
see double
grab
cages
the
go up,
A main
door's
orb.
broken, you know exactly what's coming your way.
So you can still get an A orb
All these
here.
weak weapons.
Please,
That's not
Kellogg's,
really
play
what
for
you
the
wanna
orb.
see. Sikri got a little greedy for
Please,
the info
Kellogg's.
and found out the hard way. There's still
Please,
players here.
Kellogg's,
Neural
play for your
Vector's
win
in play.
conditions on the rifle
Zemo now
rounds.
could be under threat. Look at them grouping up in the smoke. They want to push him down. They want to punish
He
him.
took the
See
orb.
that he's isolated. Now they found another.
no.
He wasn't isolated, but Exit tagged up and forced back. Jesse falls with
I
no
thought Kellogg's
trade.
was going to run
This
towards
is now
B. They have
looking
Omen
very
ult.
scary indeed, but Exit's always been
They have the Omen ult.
He's a man to put up
They
numbers.
could go B.
Maybe not with the operator in the last round, but usually
Fake teleports all over the place.
safe pair of hands in these moments. He certainly needs to be as getting up close against this thing.
Exit's on
Spike going back in the
Such a
other
committed
direction.
position.
With
but he
Exit
gets
so
out.
low, he's lucky to get out of there alive.
They don't have info about the
His name
Cypher. That's the
suggests,
big
but
problem here. They don't want to
fact
pivot
is,
B into Sand
Him
when
is
they don't
just
know where
selling
Sand
roofs. He's
is.
trying to keep people on this side
But
of the
yeah,
map.
they've done a decent job with it. The
unfortunate
problem is the
truth,
weaponry
though,
as
for
well.
Mandatory is they didn't manage to get any of the guns. They killed 2 players, but the rifles still remain.
Should be giving that to
The main thing that
Kellogg's
will play into their
if
hands
you
now
can.
is the time and Kellogg's.
But Kellogg's is
position.
hanging
He
around
can
to try to
find
get a
something
kill.
From here. And in fact, the whole team are playing aggressively. They have to
If
use
Kellogg's
these
gets a
weak
kill, this
weapons
is
well.
fantastic. Round might be
Those
winnable,
steps are
and
heard.
you'll
I
have ult
like
for the
this
next.
Twisted Minds making the right call to group up together. Smoke goes to spawn. That
He's
should
got a good
delay them.
timing. He hears all 3 of them.
Kellogg's. He's going to be checked. Oh, and he has
Nice,
checked.
perfect.
Sand didn't see the left corner, and he'll be dropped.
He
as
knows
a
they're both
result.
heaven.
That's a weapon
Great
to be
comms.
retrieved in the post plant for Kellogg's. That could be deadly. They've already dealt with Mikey.
Pull. Oh no,
It
not
needs to
pull, sorry.
survive on this site.
Smoke
He can be
on
a
the spike.
real dagger in the back, and it looks like he will be.
Nice.
Into the
What a
smoke with
round.
stinger, deadly
What a
combination
round to
and mandatory.
turn. Holy
They
shit.
find their round finally with a
All
thrifty
5
win. They'll keep
up
the lead.
through the vent.
That's gonna be
One
that
TP's
I
back
think
to
might
A
fall
main,
twisted minds if this map
and
ends up
then
slipping away from them.
they're able to
I think
somehow
few
get it into a
players getting little bit
3v3,
overzealous
force
in
the full
fairly
rotates, and
risky
then
moments and
go
You
plant on
look
the
at
other side of the
Sand there,
map.
Like they
What a
intentionally move
round.
to group as 3, and then
Respect,
he steps out,
respect.
not really fully clearing mid. Like that can't really happen.
Yeah, that's a terrible one for Twisted Minds.
pressure maybe getting to them, but actually it's mandatory to take a timeout. And I don't think
And they've
Twisted
got
Minds
massive ultimates to work with in the
too
next. Like I said, they've
upset
got the
about
Euro
that
ults overall.
give the coaches another chance to talk. Bear in mind they used both of their pauses within the first 8 rounds of this map, but
no, not hate watching.
Timeline when it comes back up, it was round 9, 10, and 11.
I think Twisted Minds are like competent.
So they were worth using at that time.
Exit looked really good,
about it at all.
but nothing too interesting to latch on to.
Tournament life on the line in this map. A victory here for Mandatory would send them into a grand final versus all.
Paper X will win all events next year because they're the only good team keeping the same roster. That's an insane take. I think most of the time keeping the same roster is bad.
Twisted Minds have got more to show. Now, economically, Mitch, they do. They're still buying this round.
But
they're able to invest. They're able to get the op on exit, which might be a debuff.
Will they win one event? If you had said one event,
great for taking space with it.
He
then
is, yeah, he sets you as support.
Possibly.
That's what you love to see.
I think Adren did that in another game.
Well,
can you turn the stream up a little bit? I think I've already got it pretty high. Yeah, I've already got it set pretty high.
Earlier, it's fingertips on a ledge. The loss here sends Mandatory spiraling into the lead. To that attack side, ulti's online. Kellogg's and Enzo can combine to make this a very uncomfortable round for the defense. First of those
you want the Soverall off the back of this? Soverall.
Yes, it does. Now they know they're
nice.
Under pressure. Zan feels the danger, and Kellogg's becomes it. The short.
Holy fuck, Mitch is popping off about.
He only had to dodge the Hunter's Fury, but it's Kellogg's.
Mitch is losing his shit
in the back again.
For a Yoru Soverall combo.
Twisted Minds on the back foot. They do have convergence path for the retake and the op to set up if they can push them offside.
Takas is just bait here. Trying to make him feel like there's more on site, so you use the Waylay ult.
They definitely know it's online. They're leaving.
You can dash into that. Oh my god. Oh my god, what an insane play from Takas. That is phenomenal. He just tanked the shorty shots and said, yeah, what of it?
We talk about trigger discipline. That's
man, that really is another level. He just took it. Kellogg's looks like he'd be a lot of fun to play with. He's popping off after every round. That's fucking sick from Takas.
The Twisted Minds, I would be furious to be anyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's over.
There.
It's over,
Especially
surely.
When you look at the damage done after the round.
Oh yeah.
You have to stop them winning an eco here.
Shot one more time, but why would
You've just taken the only rifle out. Punish the Waylay. That's nice as well. Big saturate. Straight onto Sikri.
Proved that he was feeling pretty confident. I think you've now.
And now you're about to get up to Waylay ult as well.
He's having a good time. Demo nowhere near the action, and he's being hunted as
That's a good way to get up to your Waylay ult. God damn.
Going into the next, and a few ults on the other side, but from what was starting to get dangerous, Mandatory have managed to streak 3 in a row and are just 2 away from finding themselves in that qualification match.
So what are you doing with the Waylay ultimate then? Last time they droned and they Waylay ulted here, even though they saw players out here. I'd like to see them Waylay ult off drone info. So like, if you see somebody over here, you Waylay ult them. And then you dash up and over with a smoke here.
In this series, not just in Ascension, but this year. Arguably the biggest
drone
game
comes out.
Of these players' lives on that defensive
Broken
side,
by somebody in B-Link. But I mean, the Waylay's obviously on the other side of the map, so they're not ulting off the drone contact.
Even if that all peeks into him, I'm backing him after the last couple of rounds. But
they're going back over to A, but with no drone.
They have no idea just how much space Exit's taken. They might drone, they might reveal, but it could be at the
Exit's
cost
pretty
of a
likely to get a
life.
kill.
Find out this off is up aggressive, and it will be. Mikey down. They've lost their smokes. Lost them from the shadows.
How did they get the punish on it?
We're back to a 4v4.
Immediate usage to take space. Takas spots the info, but that also allows Hip to claim the space.
Got to see a replay of Enzo's kill there onto.
Way through mid, and Enzo, whoa, he's going to try and get aggressive.
Onto exit.
Ends up plummeting.
Look at these positions. What the hell's going on with Takas? Oh, don't fall off the map. Don't fall off the map. All good. They saw all three. And then Sikri's been saturated. Alright. Hits the shot. Nice shot.
Gonna give him the fight though. That could be dangerous. Not knowing where Kellogg's is. Clock not long enough. The need to sprint, and
wait. What's the time? What's the time? What's the time? Oh, I don't think he's got it. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
Incredibly close. I don't think he has it. It's going up in the end. A really nice attempt, but
because he wrapped around the other side, he just couldn't get there in time. I mean, he might not have got the kill if he went around the, like, you know, if he went around the right-hand side, he might not have got the kill. So, it's not like he threw or anything, but I wonder if it's faster to go around the back of the box. I don't really know.
And now 1 away. You don't need a flex to tell you that. 12-8.
Unfortunate.
He's the only one who hasn't left his seat, by the way.
Yeah, he's comfortable.
Yeah.
He's comfortable.
Chilling.
4 chances to lock in their slot in the BO5 for some of these players. A chance to do almost the unthinkable. To
full pushing out B.
Yeah.
Paranoia, recon,
chance to right the wrongs of
exits
history
out.
and find themselves back in VCT.
I like doing that against Mandatory, because Mandatory have been set up for their own plays, and you'll be fast on the retake.
Oh, pressure already. Onto Sand. The supportive utility for Takas, and he's
Can you shut him down? Oh.
And the other player is stuck in his util. Takas might have just closed it. Again,
One player's reloading, the other one's in astral form. Oh, and they've cooked him. They've cooked him. What? What a fantastic activation from Kellogg's and Takas. Takas looked disgusting.
All the way from the group of death.
They've got a nice combination of some like more passive players like Enzo, who's just kind of solid late round player, and then crackhead Takas and Kellogg's at the front. They also just had a way better comp. The first half, they should have run away with it because of how difficult it was for Exit to be able to find entries. Oh, the cameraman fist bump.
And if they play like this, they've got a damn good shot.
Okay.
Something that's been spoken about, I think, by all.
A nice game to finish on today. A nice game to finish on. I'm gonna raid somebody else. Because I've got a dip. I've got to have a meeting. So we're gonna immediately go and raid. Who are we raiding? Let's raid the Slug, perhaps? Perchance? I mean, the Slug will just move you onto somebody else, but... let's raid Liz, actually. Because I was going to raid Liz afterwards, after yesterday. Okay. I'll send you on to Liz. She's playing a game called Hell Let Loose, which I don't know what it is, but sounds like a scary game for Halloween season, maybe? Alright. Peace.